Your number one station. It's Jesse Radio. We are live on TV. It's Jesse Radio. The gospel station in America. We are here to serve you, serve you, serve you, serve you better. Your number one platform. All your business and your commercials. We serve you better. Yes, we do. Yes, we do. We serve you better. In the city. Your number one gospel station. In the city. We are here. We got too close to heaven. King Jesse Radio. You can't stop us now. King's Jesse Radio and TV. I beg what Nasi. Watch a train some no. Oh, Bassani. Sorry, me pencil some will be a sympathy. Tanya Baya, men sumatin sama Kosua, my soup. Medima Fidi and Akotu. Kings Jesse Radio. Me padan senti, media to. TV so I wanna remember say asama ya kanyina ya no pari to do say politics ya to ya bo wase church unsamo pefe ni oba no homodin ene ni odi o man ni sika gra to correct se ba o man num samsoa ya kokom ya me akohwe de ekoso ni pasitemu wa brabomu ene ni eko ni ebo awaresem ajumasem akwanya uba fasua ubedie anopa drive time show and you may so you even drive now weekend digest so yeah the bema every weekend say abanya me asemsua ya tujuma dia bidi chanu didie pasia da nyumrebia sajuma die ya de shisha suo Yamba crying what you made in the sun. I drink you right. You ready to comment? Kids just in radio and TV. We are here to serve you better. Together we can build. What a football. Kids just in TV. Kings Jesse Radio, Kings Jesse TV. Yeah, mama trust you. Yeah, yabandi yaba, enyumpa, esempanya tikampa. Yabandi yaba, efutu, enida wani branchesem. Yabandi yaba, empaipo, eradiasem. Yaminyo, yabandi yaba, yabamamo, arabubusem, yasinsem. Yabandi yaba, agukansie, me transport, life commentary. Yabandi yaba, politics, emusem, aniyahisem. Yabandi yaba, sabandi yatofoma, yabashafa, edi baba shop. Yabandi yaba, yawahamamu, egasinina. Yes, Jesse right, I know the case, Jesse TV, life, life, real life, case, Jesse Radio. Crying to my
Awie. Eyumrenso mamema o ajo. Mema o aha. Mema wachi. Na mema wakwaba. Enfemra your number one station in America, Kings, Jersey Radio and TV. Yada obadie ase. Se awowom so nsuo na atom ewioma ye fom. Na wasan ede akọ ede ebepiem ewo habio se yemra na yemesum yeman Ghana ewo opepa odo ekwan so. Nti ebri kame ho na yeyina yemra emesum oman Ghana ewo no kradie mu na ma ewiase na hunu sampa yema no yeya ebeyeye. Nti moman yi mu nsam anya wahiasam na adwene ho anapa ewia enwumre nyina sa wo bom pa ye nso a ka Ghana na sere Onyankopɔn na fa Ghana hye ne nsa eno na wo ye omamba pa eno na wo ye owo odo nyodo ma wo man eno a na yare hwehwe nyodo ma wo man eno a ane hwehwe Abraham na maju
Ofa me pache meje wo so ofa
na ho ya de
ofa jane dia cheya ofa ho ye said na woka no ha so sa nsuo na gugu e me wi my form e wa ha ofa bibia boko yin ye ofa
amen and then so I already dia cheya bio na Black Stars aye omo ade ne biemo
ofa se be ka kire o
World Cup mo bampo Black Stars akosha Madagascar 3-0
ofa Bob Antony boy so se wani pa nya easy
si said asa ye go drought no Sergeants in a breaky one go project ni ye twam one go project sa okay
ofa me kai pa
ya tu yedi
one go yeah
hey Black Stars mutinkwa pa ene omo abobo hey sepa ye bobo ma emrente ashenum amanfo si o ya chade fofo omukọ Madagascar na omu lidi ewo league table no so a omu akwaje 3 into 2 matches motimi abo 8 goals egu amanfo atenam hey abrano no yebehwehwem Black Stars no mu adiedro
of Aba Ghana and Sembi Breneko so how concern the Black Star issues no.
Hey, some
of a more canon, other way, most of other different way. If most of our old place now, you're trying to from one back camp on bird motivated boys now, no come. And to me, I show moon crying. Now, afi on my day, what to me a crocodile. It sounds so here before the game, when I ever bought a Ghana has seen, no, you're child, no, for my penny. John Domani Mahama Park so as a more giant monster and appear and paying for some of the retired footballers no for do na call field wa omo ekoko shom crime motivate you omo afins of omo call Morocco and you can call ye some of the retired and answer old players be and a san bar na ya of omo nyina here then e call ye Morocco of omo so shom crime video be crying on social media so as a more giant now was boys new crime kasa chiro mo say we no nya afcon ye kokko we no ye world cup nti ana we no so enye club side na wo bo pese wi ase fa na nyina ehu na ye wonya team papa body a opono club a wo bo no wo ko world cup na wo san so empagya wo no so wo ho a ene beboa mo wonya team papa ye den etimi na club papa etimi ade abo nti of motivation so eka ho ani bi mo so Canada we say boys ni na MPP for ndi ato aba man DC aba o ma yiro mo ho no fa mo bobo no nti akwenze bebre ene wa ha awfa Ghana mo Canada we ni mo so can different way nti of any sema Yugusua Echagua Ghana, although yeah, good to the boys of Amabo Modern Pa, I did Abu Bofa. After first half on the second half, changes of course on Amwa Anka, you bet me I shall best 5 cry. Okay, formation a year bono of our place, no Bahoka Kana Modima Mobona. Your coach in the NSSIano, Amwa, Menkase. You need formation ye Medfield na breaki and Finfino and Cracky, if anyone of a book and pepper, as I'm coming out, say the bonnet attracts and my yen. Now, Quincy Blee, gave it my show more than best 5. But with the as I chomo and I and Odomons and next time, no, a best someone I know saying, I never the best and offer good news to the boy more than I just say, you didn't could offer. Ye bussy what Ghana, how for easy crowd.
Chano Pamno, Ninian Machino. Chano Pamno, Ninian Dian.
Yatchen,
and Obinaka go na mafife. Go na mafife. Ya se go no. Na the attendant say Amrantia no. Yankasi enim se frititititi ye she go sa che. Ya sha ye one. Eno kra ye bre. Na ja baby jet. Na baby jet the one ketwa ba ko or the atie enim. Ya bebre yellow ki cry yellow ke no mwate na kwa 11 ena de yetim bisa se Ghana ehye sen ena yehia se ye NDC se ye MPP MPP fu angaza so ba lock na no den ndia ne de MPP so o hwe nkugo fie eya amafia ya ye edidi nkugo ya Abrana na edika amafia na osofu bi ne video bi amekonya mabokakra yo Abrana na efi yenhuri simwe na yenhwe de ekone de ba ya be de na yaba ene ensam wo hopa nanso mayenko fisam na yenhwe se ede ena eko in fact me won say mamisha top stories nansa de ensamo ho pa oh emu yede o stories na o de ba no emu yede pa na ni na bekwa kogina office of the attorney general so meboa
yo fampacha
do na agina no so na mayanhwe we na yenhwe nso owura ya frano aya atofosen oya finance minister ana sabre ehu se dwumedie bia koso mamamfo boje ne so boje ne so na omo kire se finance minister etimi abana nso se sise de assembly members no so mo koku aso ana
ya ofa no kwepa ofa
sana nkomo no atie
yo ofa enyumre ba minchia abisiafo ene ofa adofo a omo platform yi sofa especially omo YouTube omo hwe live no fa ye church omo nyina ana fa Facebook TikTok oba bia mo hwe bia ana mo tie radio no so of ye chwentintan video no so ofomo so nyina no aseda PS ne nchia enkomo mu nyina na ofani nyina no se oba Ghana CCA omanfo atwoma no abia so ofomo ka ho asempa so si assembly members of Etuomoka Ebetuomoka budget etwemu ena no a yewura to force de kom na shibje fi no for twa schedule so po say no ya assembly members ka Ebetuomoka no but ska no ofani ebe ye ne sen breakdown no te sen na of African breakdowns na aba aya chicheche ma se month bia no ene we assembly members sika sei ene de betua nti ene wo hu sika de betua wa na ene okoje a na afi nso mpuntua nkoso o mantemu no abomodien ahwe amane nyina atimi afa ntoma pefra of ene nam social media no so bia ka ho asem ne o ne aya asempa se assembly members first ni ntiomo kakra it we allowance bia o mampanjo ndomani mahama na wo bo na pro apply beto aba no for the two dwa no watimi edi so ntie 1300 Ghana cedis 1300 Ghana cedis ndi assembly member siama ya betimi akọ account mu obekɔ na 1,300 Ghana cedis edem na eno so abo am mpudima wo so wo ye no what me ede aso ase no isan se first no na bi ni wo kra aside so fa obeje 1,300 Ghana cedis no ko settle na once sika obeje nso wo ye ha na ensemtwerefo no previous administration no mama ye 150 per sitting bia mo ye 150 Ghana cedis na asem me besen nso age 300 Ghana cedis empanyimfo ne wo mu no e moje 500 per sitting nti ofa we ndie akoyese dem ne se 1,500 no nya month na da ho twen ana sittings bia akoso nso a eno so sitting allowance na kakra obenya no so what me de no so IoT enti ni petrol e de account ofa we no eya de finance minister betu ja Ghana for bia kan wasem e wa halfa
assembly members no so benya sitting allowance after 1,300 no
yeah eya de ho da kra
no mo sitting men omko a sitting no omko no parliament no omko wan
ofa on say yeah esankem na shibje fia enken kan say parliament woni be kon but Ghana ye ni local government identity hanomko a ye kon assembly ye assembly hall kese wa ha eno so omko no mko dwendwen no fa esa assembly bia so nya budget wonya bylaws bebo no ho ban ofa ni nyina na edu 3 months bia na say every 4 months bia no assembly ne be ko sitting no mako dwendwen man no na say ekura na constituency wo no mako dwendwen na impuntu no ofi acheche na ekuru bia nso yede enya ndie ntie no district assembly budget of yekokọ ye eno no ntie no media no of eba first be 50 Ghana on pejam ko 100 cedis ana na nsen ya which is last year ye beto aba no assembly ne kwa setom pejam nsem twerefo die mu ekọ 150 ibo nso be 200 a mo de eye assembly be sene de no so fa first number mo 150 ibo mo 200 empanyinfo no on pejam de mu ko 500 da am pejam assembly be sene de nso ekọ 300 Ghana cedis a per sitting bia no of a scum begin any aduane any drinks be account so yet me the account offer
oyade ene no mo ayade pa assembly members ti say yera John Dramani Mahama omama wama Ghana fu jine di papa they will believe him. He's a show boy. Mahama show boy abrana na
we will be in the amano.
Showboy and says showboy as a juma until 1 year my jima dia obetimi aye juma no
no for now the way once anya debut na do showboy of
hey and okay on ni showbon
of the free SHS above name how do the bag Ghana of ebini
abrana na think say who problem say you show ye
pase wan se nimpa be yebi wa me ni nyina enti obe yebi wa me ni nyina ofa
obegu party anu no wa me ni nyina de pa na nipa opa bio ade na e wo no we begu no edwuma be na chinwe wa ye edwuma ni nyina ewie ada yesu we be dwiri da na gufom wo de edwuma be mbio na wo pa ye bio well jide gufem fala ma say foundation ye betimi le foforo cause anye otibo Sudan bi a omububu na wentimi mbu enjuri foundation nguno nti say na do we juri foundation ina nti woto foundation ya easy ha abrana na pa midi ho ya papa yo efi yantu aswe na yanko yanim yanhwe de akọ ene de eba abrana na adembio na wo ho
okay ofa ma yeni kan hwe nsem awode ho yiwia na yatesi ene ensem twerefo nhie ma of course one say menkasa ban bia no ofa mo wo information center information center na say information department first no na MPP about information ministry no offer edumre bia aban no mpanyimfo ewo ma na saban no mpanyin ministers wo mu no omo ede omo odwumadi omudi no omo de babon ntema nsem twerefo ofa yenso ye kokofan life na ye hu se de Ghana ye de eko nti ene Dr. Anyini means of attorney ofa oyesa press conference of friends and twerefo nyina ewo ministry of information wo ofa sisi ade ye free wo no kugina ho ekasa ye na ofa nyina ye enwa me no di nkomo aba oral team no omdwadi omudi wie no na ewo se munsem no eba bontem ye hu sɛ mu nsɛm atie pa ɔfɛ ne papa no agency mpie so a ɛnɛ dodoɔ no nyinaa no ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛkɔ so ɛwɔ Ghana ha after say yɛto abawie na ɔmampayin te operation recover all route team ɔteyɛ no sɛ ɔmonhwɛ no agyapadeɛ a ɔmo susu sɛ akodi sɛbi mpraduasa ne mpradu hɔ a ɛnyɛ ɔmo dea na sɛ ɛyɛ ɔman no dea ɔfa ɔmo fa ɛna afei nso sika bi a ɔmo so yɛ ɔman no dea na nso ne mpradu yi adi a ɔfa ɛyɛ nya so ɛmfa so ɔkwan bɛn bɛfa so a yɛbɛtumi agye sɛ sika no nyinaa nti ɔfɛ no ne dwumadi a ɛnɛ yɛwura anyɛ ne ɔno yɛ minister of patrol no ɔkɔgya simpie so a ɔfa wɔde saa ho nsɛm no nyinaa no ɛbɛto edwa report ne mu nsɛm te sɛn wɔn ne wɔn fɔm ho deɛ ne wɔ sɛ yɛyɛ ɔfa ne wɔde mu nsɛm nyinaa bɛto dwa nti ɔfa yɛbɔ no tɔfa maako ɛde ama tiefoɔ a ɔmo tie ne ahwɛfoɔ a ɔfa mo hwɛn nti ɔfa ne nkasa nkɔmɔ ebidi kɛseɛ paa no ne nyinaa gyina oral team a ɛnam so ɛmɛ ɛnɛ Dr. Anyini obɛgyina simpie so ɔfa de saa nsɛm no ɛbɛto ɛyɛ nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ anim na ɔfa nsa no nsɛm ketenkete bi asisi a yɛnhwɛ na yɛni ho nkɔmɔ ansa na ewie a yɛate asi ɔfa saa nsɛm no mu na ɔfa ɛnɛ aberanteɛ bi mede mfoni bi asɛnde osisi ɔfa ɛne yɛ dendeɛ but all the same no yɛbɛtumi ɛsoro kakra ɔfa aberanteɛ
ɛne yɛ den a menhwɛ mempɛ deɛ ɛne yɛ den a manfoɔ ɛbɛbububu mu ani prɛprɛ
ɛwɔ sɛ Ghana deɛ metem bia meka arehosɛm si de bia ne yɛdi nkɔmmɔ kakra ɛwɔ arehosɛm ɛsisi ne fie nkɔmmɔ ywie a yɛbɔ awura mu ɛwɔ Ghana mmara sɛ bɛdwa fie no afei ɔman Ghana mu na ɔfa yɛdi ho nkɔmmɔ yie pa ɔfa aberanteɛ ɔda hɔ a mede ne mfoni asɛnde wei ɔfa aberanteɛ no afiri mu wawu atɔ nanan wɔ nseɛ do ɛyɛ arehosɛm paa na ɔfa nka ne wuo mpo de nimpa bi awu a ɛyɛ news deɛ banhyɛ da nyɛ news bia but ɛkwan nipa bɛfa so bɛwu no ɔfa no nana akɔyɛ asɛm foforɔ a ɛpɛ yɛka ho nsɛm no yɛhwɛ na kwan sɛ baabi ɛnyɛ de ɛnsi biem ɔfa aberanteɛ ho nso ɔda hɔ yi no wɔnyɛ mfihyia no aduanan ɛnwɔtwe 48 years a yɛfrɛ sɛ akwasi baako na akwasi baako no fa di adodo na ɛde ne paa de ne ne udu pankrɔ no anaasɛ udu tafo ɛdi adodo no paa yɛ kodwo kibab anaasɛ kodwo kips ɛdi adodo na de frɛ ne paa no na ɔfa aberanteɛ yi ɛtɔn ɛyɛ businessman a wɔtontɔn nneɛma ɛwɔ dwom keetia na ɔfa on the 6th March ɛna aberanteɛ nipa bi ekodi na yaw anaasɛ okodi na ewu ɔfa bla aberanteɛ apɔ adwuma wabɛhyɛ ne dɛm sɛ nkɔfa me wiem na ɔyɛ interview wie na yɛkɔ wie na ɔfa makɔhyɛ dɛm atome dɛm mu ade bɛkyɛn sɛ abrana na nipa bi abɛdi abrana na ewu ana ebɛdi ma yawɔfa yɛagye me nkwa efiri me nsɛm ɔfa saa na aberanteɛ yi deɛ esiye na ɔfa ne wuo n'akyi no na ɛwɔ sɛ policefoɔ ɛyɛ ɔmo adwuma nti ɔfa policefoɔ yɛ adwuma a ɔmo kye suspect baako ɔno ɛyɛ aberanteɛ a ɔfa wawu yi ɛdan a wɔhae ɛwɔ Kumase ne fie wura ne ba ɛna wɔne ne namfo bi ɔfa yɛ saa de na ɔmo kuku wura de nyinaa ne sɛ kodwo kiwi anaasɛ kodwo kipsi ɔfa aberanteɛ wɔn kɔ ne hwɛ ne school ɛma aberanteɛ wie school ɔba ɔbɛgye sika kɔtɔ aduane di ɔgyiwe yi a ɔfa nam so ɛma wɔne aberanteɛ nyɛ nkitahodie a kyɛ sɛ ɔno ne aberanteɛ ne bibia na asɛm bi issue kakra si ɔne aberanteɛ ntɛm a aberanteɛ nso sɛ wura no ɛtete ne fa ahodie so a ɛnam so man kɔbɔɔ ne namfo pa ɔfa aberanteɛ de dan wɔ dɛm kɔbɔ ne reverse ma ɔmo wura dɛm wɔ ekuku aberanteɛ no nti polisifoɔ ɛso ofie wura yi ba yi mu a ɔfa mo de no ɛkɔ kopie kɔɔta mo de no kɔhyɛ mu na ɔfa within sɛ yɛkyi aberanteɛ de aberanteɛ no kɔhyɛ mu no cells wɔ no ade kyi a polisifoɔ de bɛto dwa sɛ aberanteɛ no asɛn ne ho akɔmfo ɛwɔ cells wɔ atɔ nanan wɔnseɛ do na ɔfa na mabusuafoɔ edi yaw sɛ ɛba ne sɛ na obi a wɔko ɔmɔde hyeɛ na nka ɔmɔde n'aba mantimi anhwɛ ne yie ama aberanteɛ yɛde nanso polisifoɔ no ɔfa ɔmɔde to dwa sɛ ɔmɔ yɛ adwuma ɛyɛ tafo polisifoɔ de to dwa sɛ ɔmɔ yɛ adwuma aberanteɛ no bi wu no wɔtim bobɔ odin a ɔfa edin a ɔbobɔ yɛ no polisifoɔ no bi so ɔmɔ tu ho anamɔ na abusua no atwɛn a ɔfa ɛnya adeɛ a ɔmɔ nya ɛho mmoayɛ biara nti ɛnɛ ɔnom yɛ nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ nhyɛmfo sɛ nsɛmtwerɛfoɔ fɔmɔ no ntom na ɔmɔde hyeɛ wawu no bibia yi bia tentene wo bia no yɛnso yɛ mu a na abusuafoɔ a ɔfa ɔmɔdi aberanteɛ nkwa firi ne nsɛm ɔmɔtimi ɛnkyerɛ mu na ɛmoa na bibia ntimi kɔ so yɛ ɔfɛ no ɛyɛ nsɛm a ɛkɔ so asante bantɛm a ɔfa mede ho mfoni ne videos ɛde ama ɛne yɛde abusuapɛ ne ɛdi nkɔmmɔ na abusuapɛ ne kyerɛ mu kyerɛ sɛ ɔfa hwɛ sɛ de nneɛma ɛkɔ no a ɔmbɛhwɛ ne nimanim yɛ no next week yɛ no ɔmɔdi aberanteɛ na ɔtwe na ɛfiri next month kɔmahwɛ na wapɛ no kwabea mopɛ no kwabea wafa no asɛm no nsiyɛ ɛwɔ police station wɔn gu so ɔmɔhwɛ mmeranteɛ mmienu aka a ɔfa mɔboa aberanteɛ fie wura ne ba no ma ne ku hɔ aberanteɛ no ɔmɔtumi nso ayɛ ɔmɔ adwuma no mɔtumi akyɛ nti ɔfa wei adeɛ a ɛnɛ yɛne abusuafo bi di ho nkɔmmɔ a nsɛm a ɛkɔ so wɔ asante bantɛm ɔfa ɛno no ɔfa ɔda roma
yo mo na Yankwa Hanswe, National Service Secretariat scandal. 8 suspects.
Offer me pacho and come share winning through opera corner you are the acano of a young fan to us offer a medical catcher say mumu offer more man food to your muku amount for fire dear hadron of your boy yes boy offer any auntie say blown back was a crop for farmers offer I'll confirm for a timoto so ako to ahye ababa will be mobile money eso no fa say of a view of a new BC of a meme say of a crew was a coupon ya no fa as empania who say I'm not no call wholesome call J ababa we mobile money a fancy gift uncle Jenny Hanscada for more dinner yawn once a Ghana born one TV center be a boys in a match in the on said Dominic Wopa it's some mumu phone a year and Robert's name to me and taking mobile money for more money no almost about consume mobile money or plan on of around they say F745 one Ghana bobono of I'm to say about one so one yes can you name on the phone and mutimi edgy yamudi granny and more con so unfortunately almost phones are of you could take it almost so almost refee omuja phones in go abana baba one team say we on so boys in the until almost phones omuja go on of I'm some police phones so be finding numria about one police station and many no mobile phones be na yamranti ne dia no of more na omotimi atrezi na be amranti no biano of a yetimi akokotro na aboama sa dwumadi ekoso si a ye free bank so ye free so ya tiasi mo phone for yewiam no ni na to etimi etwofa
oh ade asem kra na ekoso Ghana
Simon
ayo kasongo
of a video of family ascend OCCA of a video ya moves as a then of our can say a maybe a chomokakra or man penny soma swafon of a poeman temu meche Eastern Region Minister of my enams woman school nibia would teach a duasu train su and sanwaku school man paying for no coy yes some bekoye shen mechere ye etwene e de atunsu no so em of motima den aku school e wo fampa che so kai sa store na me no ye ne pa
I me kaifa
yo of any bia baby nti o mapani ti ya of elimani me ye video ya me dia ma we o mapani san hwe me me no fo ntu hana mo of school nkwale ye hu se o motete boot yi ma of mo ku school yi anaso hu se mo tete shame of mo ku school no of ye de mo twansu ansa mo ku school of mo twansuo ansa no aku school of ayon kwala nketenkete a teaching so for moku school a yebisa se de ne beba de ne besi se in case obi nka se bibi nsi nanso nimpa eka ye honti odin papa no adwene bone of ankwala atena hyen so etwa e de akusko mo ban so a o masa betena hyen so etwa e de abafie a akwa rosem na ofa mame mo mu kakra na yehu ansem mu kakra ofa be se na wotwini ani nya ne ntie se enkwala bi eku school ba akoto nsuom ewu dem sensem twerɛ for edua mu hwehwem na yekopie ye ekuro no so na of yedi mu nkomehu de nam support ya ema obetan so bi ato nsuom obi akopam nem obi ato hawu no of de nam so a ekofa we nyina ebaye of we ayetwifu dɔme abra me firi wasadom ye wasadom abra ye wo asante dɔme abra ye wo dɔme abra we mfimfi mantem twifu dɔme abra of no ewo mfimfi mantem of river pra ana nkwala yi eti nsuo so of mo twa saa of mo twa no pa eko school na of abedu ho na se hyen na kokodu nsuo na gya egi se wo twen ama hyen no ye ma mo twa e de ban sankra na won so wetimi ayeden afo bi de eko school fa hyen no so ye e ba akon e do so ne nso obi oni twi pa a wono de nkwala de twa no of ene ba akopɛ nti of we na nsem twa of kopi mu ha ene eye timfo bi didi nkomo ne mpanyfo bi didi nkomo mo kyera isi ado mu hia bridge kese pa ban ne be bridge kesiye ede atunsuo no so na afi no so motimi afa so ma edwa edi etima fa ntoma pafra e ba no roba ho adwuma aba omudua ofani nyina no aya aka nsuo na gya invo obi koto fridge obi koto cement obi koto iron rod ofa giso de gu eye ehyen me kire we ko ka na se hyema sema no ansa na ofa mo pia de atwa nsuo na ansa na ofa mo akokɔ omudwuma enti mo nkwa edanse mu pa anadwo awo kan obi ana yele kan obi a of on you will be chow in Suno. Now, what me about you for price so by sound yali until was all train Emma addiction as some of what me at was on the fire was a match for the member for or for more film.
Yeah, yes, modest animal in our but if you say Krobia Shagana Bia is part of Ghana, as I say, Yashaho. Now, Obia Yan Chefa, if you say, dear Yana say about your breba. Omoko ina akwa campaign about your breba yin mo. When it's time for their kokomotri, they go there to beg. Obakona so bi wo fufu kra ne honorable bagini fufu na wo. E ka den ka ba we bi shedwa ye kra nka honorable kwa kotwitwi na chiama no. All because of abatwo. Kokonte na oya na honorable akoji twi ni ogbo ne ti honorable timi omuchi wo musu nyina. Sisi ayentu aba no wo de hwe. Womo bo brebe abon abaya ansana ni eda ne so se ohwe masa omunsaka de omenya no ansana wabo nani ba kwa ne kura no gise oye ne bia to won gise asem bia sie ya we school akwara bia to nsuom wewu hyema na omode ko na ebutuma school ko eno de aban betumrika ahwa na wasoma yeso paaso abohu president ankasa kura obekosi no akwakyera wodo enso eya yeyi me ya sure sempenimfo ahwe oh yeah omo ahwe no muntu so na mo we very sad no the focus is in the greater Accra, the capital city. The focus omo ma Accra ye choked chada nana kwambedi akokan. I say, the Bia Mama, the greater Accra, Kramaya, me who choki. No, my papa be a one and some of the call. In the other regions, Matu, Jemu. Naya Bansuna Bibi, on one name is Sifua, or do almost Simbiambia constituencies near there, say, Munshana yen developuna, Omoye Fudians, Omudu Mofu, Omuko Jepe. No, I copen the car, Papa be them honorable. Obano jinchi aba kunya tenga na shawon saubua. I just say a quarterly, 3 months time, and now 4 months na batin in kabio. Intia ye, we na adi achiremo manfu ehu. Mo, so we this video yi abapa. Na mini Sadiq Adam sukura akoye video bi agalamsefo wache sese de Côte d'Ivoire fo Nigeria fo Cameroon fo womu na ekuta tuo ne nam yam forest o bebi omututu gold no ukona omu ogboba no omu ya Ghana fo tie no vimu tuo ba ku di makum na opa bebi afa nya yenna mu no ye bedru ho abrana na yanto aso
so dia na yefa ehon semnis na of afi yenwreme na ofa yenhwe nsema ekoso ma se be fie ofa yebetimi adi won komo ema no etimi ayeye ofa ene minister of attorney of urgency MPA so na ofa bedika aka chura team no ofa dwumadi omudiye ana afi nso no so baaye eni dwumadi a wodi ofa de munsem nyina no ebeto abonten ofa Ghana Ghana yeshesheshe Ghana yeshesheshe ofa Ghana sheki pass sie pa sai sika wo Ghana ha no ofa yehu sika no bebi ewo sika ho ana ofa man no empenfo bi edi anim ofa se de okamu yefunu pesmankum nya abro ni bayi ana ofa mo de mo nkwa mo dwena ofa mo di sika ne yefun saa na ofa de dikan no yenhwe national service ofa scandal betu dwa a ofa omo kan ho ase bebre nam so kra ma ye maame gift aware ofa mo de ye twen no maame iba ye twen o this girl for ba ofa ewura attorney odi ho se betu dwa na ofa so siamu wo adanse die omo evidence die adanse se omo tue sika bi ofa ekwa account bi ma sa account omo so se account ofa ye mpanyimfo bi ananse sa account executives bi dia obo tue sika edi guma ene some private account ne private vendors of omo sika edi mom papa no abehyeche ni nyina mu ene edi a chance mtwe for adanse die evidence ewo eho a papa no edi betu dwa ene ofa wi omo nansi ofa former governor Edinburgh Bank of Ghana Yera Addison of an one be tuja bebre Emma minority cry press conference say I or man for be a national security for kubo run fie Emma of one sem bebre Emma sika sembi of one sem bebre and sika nema cry yera Emma of any papa you can wasem of a papa you can wasem say Oshe Yera Addison of a come here say a minority no a defending or more cancer money so papa and a dear papa you crano and more of fun yere mama of funny sika of a papa say you are for your markings of Fonka and Tum. So for you are for your markings or near minority leader of what Jenny one year seems one can want to ma of a more than dear a year recording that way say ye papa of a new maybe a warrior any and sim be a warrior of a zero for your markings and can want to ma or moody audio new videos a woman a babon thing. I'm a Ghana for we are seeing them say that ye papa near and I'm so ma ye per se a katana so. And send be offer a hintano on beso me ye pia and ye papa so e can wasempa. Now for concerning the National Air Service Secretariat one, ye were any area to say, Nipa Kuma a young watch. Our mere suspect of Mugusua, almost to mano, offer almost say, be able to me acosu. Na and some do offer some to me, Sikebia, aquash baby, and I say, evidence, then you may be a mopeno, or from between any from one of all this answer and so etuja. Of on the same National Service Secretariat to one IBM so or send it to us more evidence say a CEO Edman National Service Secretariat of a mutuous or Tracy Cadema Ghana MPs Nibi Nasibija phobia and a bonny any numebia of a Wayano Ombecataso no Oma Sibia and Ombecataso crowd for San 7 day intimate abontia and also Yapa editor of an central for any. Of a year, or can be for sky train of what also can be okay sky train. I see and can you be a and then room. I just say, now Ghana how for your 10 for the team for you man. You bet me your man. Now we can you two of it. You be any of your apple a ya. Say Omutriesica of a $2 million. Edico account be a musu say of a free any Ghana. Mudiamotries can their comma a kubia of a free Ghana. This Canada, Eddie Akoko of an year infrastructure, Ghana Infrastructure Investment Fund, and of us our board, and another director of OTS can the account Marco and Sem Bibri. Now, of every panel or can send me panel, fancy more kind no Bakua Abba of a Oyeka was empano, a national a year signal bureau, Elmo boss, and I said director of a free so. A year a Dubois him back. Kwabana edubuahin of any dear na ekese pa Ghana hapa of a papano sika any ejapade bia of odi o man sana yewu atone yeka so odi o man sika aye odi o man ejapade aye ye ejapade anya ne dia of a wo fa no of a hunsem bibri enti of no ana Ghana dey on board of obi aka ho asem pa of me de document bi send wa krata fama akoma yensa alpha a year japadi say a year papa edia since 2018 yoku alpha omgusom yenhwemu nanka papa esa ko be declare na asset and sakra na dwumadi edia officer wo ko edia man no of all me nyina nso a still na no ne dwumadi wo di yoku reporter for bible nten no of yebetimi edi mu nkomo nto fa we di krata no ho ka betimi abobo so no fa nkomodi bi wo ha yetimi edia fa mfani asem kese a ewo Ghana esi of Ghana fo nyina ka mo ase.
Na abanosana attorney general okay Wakacha Afenyoma can stop maligning public officials carrying out lawful duties. Attorney General calls Afenyoma.
Wafani nyina ye enseme ekoso onse ofa onse woman yenim nseme ekoso wo kai former finance minister of Rata ninsemba ene no mu defend ana de omunye ana moye ana munya abotre of finance ya Yera Addison de ba ye the same thing emo ye ho press conference kwa wa ha ana adwuma mo ye munya abotre on ofa ni nyina eka ho ana me papa no e de sans ba betu dwase nipa no say omaja padi nipa ni diska send omo ni ho adanse no mo ni ho akonya se ombe ye say adwuma na fa san komo koye metia ofa metia ofa me ni hwi alpha me fa ban bibia a reverse from of me adwuma wo me call for me 10 years next year 10 years wo no fa metia me ho se manager and I see you as someone say mumla bwana na demere siska da wa offer but of your smart me me den siska da wa offer na che mpanyimfo ate bibi omo hu bibi afa me ho ente no huni kwanse me si omo kwan se me mo nye sa dwumadie no to fa na nam so ma yewa to ne distance na to dwa se kame se minority ne person defend na afia mo boa ema eye mpanyimfo bom so ma diska no ofa mo obo ho ban en nam so me yewa anyi ne distance mu ofa dia to dwa
ase ono na ma ho kwan se yewa Addison yenko ni fie no mo kwan no pen drive pe hard drive eno munyaye omkofaye se wa hu
often say economic coin they go with a mission because in some be na eboba after say you ko you Addison fie o of aye na yet Ghana yimi se me ekoso wa Ghana yet say you Addison ko expire because we share mfidie bi wo edwum ho a what fie ko tim monitor de ekoso of aye say ato ba wi wafra ban mu you dwumadi awudi as governor no ya jeff nsem de ben bafoforo of anti mfidie na ewo edwum ho na ewo fie na wo ye ne de na wo de ye o monitor for what of o monitor hwedan of what on King Jay radio Eddie Amami every of we say awko Canada maba US of me adwuma still of mfidie a be wo bia wo de monitor movement e wadwumam adwuma de amedi no of ade no wo kwa na anse wo ba ndi of de nyina aka ho ana mpanyimfo nya tip of omonam so mutu sa na mo na of a boy nti Ghana de of ansem ba tem meka ye ne wa chebeka ni different but mo mo inside no for meka no kra so mo nka no kwenti no kra be ba bonten no of de wunim no waka de wunim nti of yewura eye ahini abeka mo nyokra nyina say operation mo yo no ano so maye mo koye through the national security of mo koye nti of de kasa no de nyina atudwa o state room clear say ono wan mo go ahead am koye sa operation no with eye nsem bia no so say ekoso ofa enye na emo ma Ghana enkwere nim ntemo mutu sa na mo no fa
ayini obobo adwuma pa wo mo bo adwuma mom na sanyo ma aba bontin na say ye na wo mbetusu na mompa ama tantini aye adwuma a documented properties acquired by two suspects since 2018. Yoko will continue to update the list of assets, name of suspect, property, address, estimated value, description, and the comment. Name of suspect Bakuya Kwabena Edu Buahin. Angela Ajay, okay. Omudina Waso, and a property no money, number 2 Stream Part Driver, Mayfair Estate, La Accra. I don't know what you say. 1 million Ghana cedis, valued at Ghana 15 million. $1 million, valued at 15 million Ghana cedis. Another one. Edubua Hinkria, Omusa Ekohu, another one. Number 6 Edith Avenue, Mayfair Estate, La Accra. And then initial cash near deposit of the $500,000 to buy 5 houses. Hey! And then it comes to number 7 Edith Avenue, Mayfair, and also $200,000. Ya kwa yenim oba hanswa another one and also wonya ye estate wadiam se waji ho nyina ano Edith 8 Edith Avenue 9th Edith Avenue just edaya tuatua so nyina ya ne dia ana oba ye nso a Vertex Properties Oyarefa Gated Exit Development. And also 27 houses each, $295,000, estimated to 127 million Ghana cedis. And then Okonswa property in London 1, and also property in London 2. Edoswa wachichemwa de bahanswa amuwo February 2020 nso property se wonya ye ene sikabia transactions akoso 16 million Ghana cedi fixed deposit for payment received from BNC National Security. April 3, 2020, 7,250,000 Ghana cash withdrawal by Kwabena Edubuahin. And then April 24, 2020, 1.5 million cash withdrawal on same day. And then estate company to of 1.566 million. And then out of Ghana, 49 million Ghana cedis was transferred from BNC National Security to suspect private bank or private BNC. About 99% was withdrawn by him personally. They were large withdrawals. Okay. Ayo. Akwano, we did a pa. Abranana. We did it. Ghana, one I see in this car. Who said cash no day?
Over cash day, papa. Of your scapa.
Na say containers here na wa party sika dollars ni Ghana cedi omuche say fake say ni na omo ya nkometu egum
ofasa ya na omo na no de omde akogu onti
ometu egum ni na eska ne bia system nenye the system nenye the system nenye so bad system nenye honestly speaking yo abrana bibi ni ho amayenja bibi wo ho fatu aso
okay ofa really make say so far no so good the da empire for the yakoso ani piti eti offensive we na etwego Ghana hapa menka say agent ha of enyumen so black stars so etimedi nkunima kan ho a obi a kan wasem ti ofa ebompa say ade beche no menka say pudo ehye dia ebede ne jo ade beche no say foforo bebom ebom so of beba na etiefo etieke njezi radio ewo TikTok, Facebook, YouTube nyina so of Martin say menkoso Ghana hanya ofa.
All right, thank you very much Abranana. Ebusuafo ya ne abrewana na kwabrate wi atikase ana edin komoi. Thank you very much for all the stories brought to us. Ghana beye ye Ghana ya media yefi yambo wuremwe. The Black Stars of Ghana, kudos to you for clinching another victory for Ghana. 3-0 against Madagascar, played in Morocco. Yadamwa sepa mabwe juma Yamin Shramo. All right, thank you very much, Ebusanfo. Let's move on with the show. Thank you. Now, Diaube says, good evening, Abe. Brother Joe, Ikweku, Efira, and everyone. Diaube, God bless you, Abe, for your work. Thank you. Please subscribe, like, and share. Osei Kwame Junior, despite Alan Choma team for 2028 says, good evening, Abe. Makra Coach Efira, Joe Ochre, Tenant, Miss Joan, Producer Omega, Ohene Safo, Mama Rosemary Martin, Mama Baus, Mama Georgina Bafo, Oyirafa, Abnadi Dia, Frank Adani, Ikoku and the rest. K Ampim News says, hello. I'll say hello, Ken Stevie, thank you. Franco Usu says, greetings to everyone on this educative platform into the world. And then also Sylvester Diaz says, greetings to each and everyone in the diaspora. Welcome aboard the train of truth, King's Jersey TV and radio, traveling on the super highway where we traveling on the Turnpike. Kokwana na super highway. Yeah, they are near Turnpike. Kokwana yeni brabre wo hono. Where we speak truth to power and to life. JC Ope say hello, Abe. Abi Batano says, good evening, Abe and lovely family. JC Ope say hello, Mama Babs, Mama Georgina, Efira, Ikweku, Pradidia, Makra, Mary Abua says, Abe, you are doing a great job. God bless you. I'm watching live from Berlin, Germany. Hey, Mary Abua. Bonnie Godfrey says, good morning, Pastor Abe, Mr. Safo, Mama Babs, Mama Georgina, and lovely members. Abiba Tano. Alberta Hagan says, good evening, Uncle Abeku, thank you. Boche Opoku says, thank you, God bless you, Honorable Ken all the way. He has already won the case. Yatisikamuzu ahochira doso. Yatisikamuzu ejuma sama ya basa. Yatisikamu ahochira bebre. Ma Kana ya media Kana ya media Kana ya media Kana ya media Abba
Is I will read the questions and you can tell us what the jury's verdict is.
Judge, you going to ask the vote at the same time?
Okay. Yes.
Thank you.
Okay, so I'm going to ask, so question one, did the defendant make false and defamatory statements of fact about the plaintiff?
Yes.
And what was the vote?
8-1. Or 8.
So it has to be either 7 to 1
it was 8.
or 8 to 0.
It was 8 to 0.
8 to 0. 8 to 0. Okay. Question number 2. Were the statements defamatory per se, meaning it falls into one of the following categories: statements that accuse the plaintiff of a crime, statements that injure the plaintiff in their trade, profession, or business, statements that impute a local disease, or statements that impute unchastity to a person?
Yes, 8 to 0.
Okay, so question number 3. Were the statements made to a third party without privilege or authorization?
Yes, 8 to 0.
Number 4, the plaintiff is a public figure. Did the defendant make the defamatory statement with actual malice, that is, with knowledge that it was false, or with reckless disregard for whether it was false?
Yes, 8 to 0.
Do you find that the plaintiff is entitled to presumed damages for the statements you found were defamatory?
Yes, 8 to 0.
If you found that the plaintiff is entitled to presumed damages, please indicate what amount, if any, of presumed damages did you award to the plaintiff?
In total, we did 18 million.
And what was the vote?
8 to 0.
Do you find that plaintiff is entitled to nominal damages for the statements you found were defamatory?
No.
Okay, thank you for your verdict. Now, in this case, based upon the court's verdict, we have to move on to some more proceedings. And we're not going to do that today, and we're not going to do that tomorrow. And counsel are available on Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
All right, ebusia my ensign emamo akwaba bio na afidie yensign bridge media so we abra jury fo no ekoye won adwuma wie na omode krata no be share judge nsa ana judge no ready ma won nti inipa 18 na ebisa oh yes 8-0 na je say ye na 18 na support say yemfa manas obi no bisa say nti mokoye ni na wie no Sikasa number also 18 million. No, so okay. In this case, ejumano mu wiye afena yabasa ba na yaba ba hwe punitive damage no ankasa. Enti aya plaintiff no at the video evidence ni bi baba na ma hwe evidence no de baba no mo hwe wi a mama mokwa makwa akwadwindwino se ade na ye papa Kennedy akana sam na waka no se kwam bi so etimi affect anas na me anas oye ne ho hwe enye e wona brabo mu a na mo diska no bi aka ho samosa nkohwe na mu se ade na ye papa kan kai no sise anas ejuma no kura ontimi nya biem na mo diska no bi aka ho ekwam ben sunsanso ben na de aba na abrabo so ena omo si Yohana yate adiachi Tuesday ya beshia na yedi adwumadie na ba ya bo video evidence sina mamo monko na momra na ni ajaja akira monko ya mra mo ba ya mo se jaje ya ko hwehwe ya no ya free bibi actual damage ano ya awodo anas $5 million actual damage and yes share bibi e no compensatory damage and so yama no $5 million na punitive damage na wo kira ya no ano no yaman $8 million na no kura no dana ye behia na yakoka na ye di se ska no hie mu dadaw nti ano yakadada eho na unse jurifo na omobaaya no na adwuma no And Shoshana judge in the Maomono, it was over the bar because we grant a BT on a national lawyer, a BT no. It's not the Diana Banner, sir, and to two way. Yajitum will court the Juma and ye. Minim Jaja. Obaka say, well, after even the errors, the plain errors by the jury, I still took on my powers to declare that yes, they have awarded Anas 80 million, and that is me, judge, as your honor, Jeffrey B. Beecham, my final judgment. Where's my court rise now upon no Intiana akomprako lawyer no. I say judge, you can't move this. You can't enter this. The law is speaking here. You can't. Na ne kano kana em de pa. Said you are not all stress. Omane who say emra and I'll do your dia. And then I'll put it to you that judge, you can't. Odie tie.
I'd like to see the law, Judge. I think Your Honor is more than equipped than either of us to understand that when the jury sends that back and they haven't followed your instructions, and you can't send them back to re-deliberate.
I love this guy. Hey, the jury never followed your instructions, and you can't have them back to re-deliberate over the punitive damage again. One and do when she so now won't Timmy so small one some one sign call Uncle Junior Hubium. I dare not say, I love this man.
They had that question during deliberations. You could have given an instruction, a curative instruction, and brought them in and said punitive damages if not to decide, just decide. First of all, there should have been actual damages because there was only presumptive damages presented. There were no actual damages. And Judge, it's just simply a mistrial. It's
just simply a mistrial. During the deliberations, you could have even so enlightened them about your instructions for them to know. Now you more omo verdict aba ruling aba say verdict aba no and I was abaka say omo no because it is the law that says so. Judge was once a lawyer before climbing to become this judge, and he knows the terrain. Onim sadia mbrani yedwuma fa. And if you look at sadia no kasa judge bibi kraba kasa, you can't speak to me like that. Excuse me. Would you look at how he instructed? No, judge, you can't. You are not allowed to move. Would you shenitono judge Bibeka say, hey, you can't speak to me like that. You can't yell on me. But that is the law speaking.
On their form, which is what was submitted to the court.
Were not considered?
And punitive damages, $8 million.
We're done.
No, Judge. I'm requesting a mistrial. They are to consider punitive damages in the initial, and you can't mold the verdict. I'm once again requesting a remitter based upon that, and a new trial should be granted based upon that response, Judge.
I'm requesting a new trial. A new trial should be granted based that the people, the juries, never followed your instructions, and that I love this man.
They were not considered. They were outside of your. I'm just making a record, Judge. Now, if I could, Those are outside your instructions. They were required to follow your instructions.
I said they were outside your instructions. They were required to follow your instructions. And then?
They didn't follow your instructions.
They didn't follow your instructions?
You're not permitted to mold that verdict.
You are not permitted. You are not permitted to move that verdict. Hey! Na judge na one kasa sa no. Huh?
Based upon that, and a new trial should be granted based upon that response, Judge. They were not.
A new trial should be granted based upon that. You are not allowed. You are not
considered. They were outside of your. I'm just making a record, Judge. Now, if I could, those are outside your instructions. They were required to follow your instructions. They didn't follow your instructions. You're not permitted to mold that verdict because that's not form. A judge can only mold form.
Yay! Ghana, and some trouble, baby. If you didn't hear power, a year show, poo. Near Tim, that's Yanni, a cry, a bimo. Near Tina, black says a winnie. Uncle, so, na ye lady. Never much in a point, and not yet I'll go draw. Oh! But you go Ghana. Inti pesa obeti empobium. Match ni kosisa ayadro. Nana meti go na mum na ye lidi. Na mum say ye call last meet na team no relax am o take an nti ade na draw. Am say match ni kra ese ye sanko bofofro. This is how we are. It's quite unfortunate. Ayampa Aba All right, thank you very much. Let's move on once again. Now, Boche Opoku says, thank you. God bless you, Honorable Ken, all the way. He has already won the case. Dream Big TV says, please, Abe, kindly update me on my mentor, Honorable Ken issue. I have now returned from work. No. Sa audio we yes oslechi na aboa audio we nechi audio bia ne hobiem eninti na me boy no me sure say kwakua nanso ejudwam other media houses ejudwam this very audio a final day na ye kwa Tuesday no we echi there was no discussion, further discussion nti we nso na ekere say whether Anas won and the judge declared final or not, we pay in a betchere. Into if you audio we chia, Niakanina, Yana Yadi Yajane, Ebeki Kebia, Nembum. This is the substantive audio. Me wo, but me shall answer a question from the court. And the email me.
This is what the jury said.
This is what the jury said. When in the jury for no, wamoya den ekaye.
In our initial finding, we awarded $18 million with a break.
Within our initial findings, we awarded $18 million with breakdown
of presumed damages $5 million.
Presumed damages $5 million.
Actual damages $5 million.
Actual damages $5 million.
And punitive damages $8 million.
And then punitive damages $8 million.
We're done.
No, Judge.
And as lawyer, the hair crown, not the whole print and tamdo, not the whole print. It will be a 2 hours away. You see, that's just a common. Java, Mr. Lawyer, where the cash and I am Mambio. Yes, you have you know, with him, see lawyer cash in the abbey. Hey, but the lawyer is good. Announced lawyer no good. Otono boase ebisa honorable Ken in some na honorable so tono buyi na anokama.
I'm requesting a mistrial. They current to consider punitive damages in the initial, and you can't mold the verdict.
I'm requesting retrial or mistrial because of the initial punitive damages. Your people didn't follow your instructions, so you can't move the verdict. You can't. Judge Bufubeke said, how dare you, excuse my language, to talk to me like that? On that road, I am moving the verdict right now. Bang, bang, bang. Court rise, yapon yewie. Final judgment. For you to stand before the whole judge to say that you can't. Nkafe eyu ahobrase kra sisi ehuna ade ne kwetia. Oh judge, we dey ni die mu ahobrase mu a me hu ne se eye juryfo no omo ayem fomso nti we dey masrawo bomodi ananka hwe mistake because court eye court a edimu ewiase ina agitum se munjuma edanso nti sanfom suesu a juryfo na kwen ebetimia akoatia na se ebeye nsanna hobone bia edidi mbone bebre court nti mesre we de nkatobo na hwe we de wanka sakra no. Your jury didn't follow your instructions. I request for a mistrial because you can't move this verdict.
I'm once again requesting a remitter based upon that, and a new trial should be granted based upon that response, Judge. They were not considered. They were outside of your. I'm just making a record, Judge, now, if I could. Those are outside your instructions. They were required to follow your instructions. They didn't follow your instructions. You're not permitted to mold that verdict because that's not form. A judge can only mold form. For instance, there's a lien, and you can mold the lien if the parties agree that you could pre-tax versus post-tax income. The judge is permitted to mold the verdict based upon the specific evidence that was presented. You are not allowed to mold that verdict. That's a remitter. There should be a new trial granted, and unfortunately, they did their job, and we should send them home.
I said that's a remitter. Enti oya daya aye mistrial. A new trial should be granted. Now, a new trial, when a new trial is granted, there will be new jury altogether. Now, more sign, Abba restarted the whole process. Nibium. If he, more sign, corner, boot for boot. And no, na anas lawyer no, or admitted sampa. Johanna, me crowd me Jane say, Crata nechino. Nanka so mudi kanko iwe nanso, omanya no we crowd ye. Ubetimi aye ho bribi, wow, the ope, and utumi betimi agina so, aka ho bribi.
Judge, basically, my thought is on their form, which is what was submitted to the court, it did state that it was
So the first approach now, lawyer de here, announce lawyer Neka, basically my thought was, that alone tells you, say, onokrano, when tie, one gentum, and also one clearly beginning no antiasie, and now say, be a efano so. For you to steadfast, my thought was, Nempo, Sasana Abakrana, tie.
Presumed damages. On that basis, I believe that the instruction that your Honor should send back was that the punitive damages and the actual damages were not included in that judgment.
Mr. Morrison.
I'd like to see the law, Judge. I think Your Honor is more than equipped than either of us to understand that when the jury sends that back and they haven't followed your instructions, and you can't send them back to re-deliberate, had they had that question during deliberations, you could have given an instruction, a curative instruction, and brought them in and said, punitive damages if not to decide, just decide. First of all, there should have been actual damages because there was only presumptive damages presented. There were no actual damages. And Judge, it's just simply a mistrial. It's a mistrial. We need to go no further.
Okay, so Mr. Morrison, it's your request that we discharge the jury, right?
We discharge the jury and you declare a mistrial, you put it back in the hopper. We'll be back in 6 to 8 weeks, either with Your Honor or...
So what? And so, Mr. Chorus, what is your request on the jury? And all children say, well, we have to do the retrial. So you have to reschedule young Kobe about 6 weeks be then the young Samra. And yes, Sadia wouldn't mean declare. No judges, okay. Munko and Munko file motions.
The judge.
Okay, and what's your request, Mr. Chair?
And Obisa, I announce lawyers, what's your request in the same?
My request is it curable?
Another day, I say a curable. Who draw her? And Dr. Joe Nedre. And you see the Yarabia Ebecono. Into my request is curable. Is curable. Now curable no and the same.
Is a curable error? I mean,
I said that error is curable.
They made a decision. Granted, it wasn't a decision supported by the instructions, but
they made a decision granted, a decision that was not supported by the instructions. Okay.
If they did come back and award punitives where they shouldn't have awarded punitives.
It is a woman saying about awarded punitive. What answer send come awarded the and the
punitives. Your Honor can correct that.
And then now, Your Honor, or person just a judge now bet me correct it, honor. Now, you're
by curative instruction. So I don't see a mistrial here, but I leave it to your judgment, Your Honor.
Okay. Into a nice lawyer, no cancer where the nka or whom from Subia, from Suno and so a curable, and where draw into where the nka judge, Your Honor, wow, bet me. I am who be nanka, medium who mestra bia, ewa semwem, and one no.
Okay, I'm going to ask Mr. Deere questions. So, Mr. Corson, please don't interrupt. So, Mr. Deere, why isn't a valid verdict $5 million on presumed damages, $5 million on the actual damages, and $8 million on the punitive damages?
I would accept that. The only problem I have is that they weren't instructed on punitive damages. So,
Judge, no, a lawyer, no, a nurse lawyer, no. He said, no, or trick, say, what they say, no. punitive damage no kra no mfa nsanka ennim 8 million no ye yifri ma na ben no so magiatum ne ha me an se yang hye won se monkoye se adwuma na makoye eno ana ha no sa
that would go outside the instructions that your Honor gave them.
Wonwa kebi kura support se basa it will go outside the instruction you gave them. Now so sir, say there shouldn't be mistrial.
Yes, Judge. I'll use plaintiff's argument about unringing the bell. We have no idea if the actual and presumed damages would have been different had they followed your instructions.
I say yenim nyankebesi se womudi wonhyehyɛ ne so a nka actual damage ene presumed damage no nka yenim sika befi mu aba yenim de besi nti eno de omo amade na ye hwasa nti judge wontimi ngina so and declare money ye.
We can't go into their mind. Once they say that, Judge, they anticipated something they shouldn't have.
Once they say that, it gives impression, say, they anticipated something that they should not. Because videos na yebo hono one jury for no omu ni memra ho bibia omu te se me ne wo a ye hwe ya ekono mra mu a yenim hwe ye de no se ordinary citizen a wo ho a de bia odi wakone aba odi pa wo pa wo ho na abano abra wo letter. Once we are citizen no, there was one thing a United citizen must do, that is to serve on the jury. Into one abra letter say ye be here or court na asemi baba obaba ba kan no wa ba hwe evidence no na won so de wadwen a kire fan say bibi esi na ordinarily wo de wadwen no wani hwe no ho se de a nsampa wo mu a ebe mu obi ho aka na asem bi difo wo baby no wa so fa won susua bra nti enyamra they don't know anything about the law. Nti that is the side of the jury. Na ebia obi wo ho na wakọ law school na onimemra na command letter so nkoye jury a sa nipa no okwa esono ne yabia nko sadia obehu case na afa ina esono bi a ordinary oti baby edi na pese bi na yabra se bra babuam yenjaji case. Nti that is one thing we should understand, so that sankrofo no ba na omoyamfom so ade bi omba enya nsunsanso ewo verdict ne so. That is why so moba na judge no ama won instructions amun fellow amun fendi case no. He gave them instructions. Nti se mema o susudia se munjina so emfanye bribi na sa mo anya. Obviously must say at the end mo trigger no, because he say judge no so dwen say hey, this case if I based on this mistakes by the jury and declare, someone must also think say I have some interest in the amount that was quoted. Oh, inti meye ne way ya eja anas mo beba be humi abema mbi nti eno nso de ebetimi de asam foforo asaba nti oye very 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 careful in terms of looking at how to deal with this case. Nti ebusia nya bibia na sabi yade yakuma bedi echi na se rebi Abba.
The judge found him.
So this is me younger brother Anas. Sabrina and Yoma Elko ye edimano. This is him. Na Osha Sadia na Elkwa. Judge ba na weiba no more as a tenicase in sa. Omo sha se ebeko honorable Anas lawyer no any and obisebi one Sabrina one jury for no kasa say na Elko.
Keep on doing it. He got up here and repeated all the statements. He admitted to them. So we're not here disputing what he said. You heard him up here tell you fact, 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 fact. So the question before you is,
and we na wane aye jury for no bia man closing remarks o man closing ntino jury for no etete lawyer nanim anaja o church say nia esiye nyina no honorable Ken wa admit say wa kan nyina ntimo am mbezi on it na moye den momfa asika no man yenko ne yeche enu nti kura ne yebaaye nti momfa ma yen what you say nti ebusia in fact se wonnim court nsam o kasa ebia esonsa dia obeka wasamafa ena titru kura Ghana your style of doing things in a different oh Kojobuano.
Yeah, Kojobu.
What you say?
Yeah, who are doing now?
About the other room.
Yeah, that's it. Again. Only in your men of tea, if you have in your mewa, in your men, and your men get to. Yeah, that's one again. Mitriasi, eye watu kwa ewurade, ye waya mamesu, Yesu, edi pasita go, etu jum na mabo samrani, mitriasi, eye watu Ewurade ye wayama yensu Yesu ye de wasida go
Evera jina ho na fina de o baba kwafo nwum ha enya choristers ya wa ya ade no nya botre meba me ye made kakra ehia ɛno so hia meba menim sɛ wo no woyɛ obi a mahyɛ daa de wakɔ school nti mekyerɛ wade a you know what I mean?
Yeah, I'm listening.
Nti nyabetrɛ na menya adeɛ ɛho hia paa wohwɛ ɛberɛ a court no dismiss or discharge jury for now. This is the scene.
Okay, Council, anything else? Judge, just make a motion to set aside the verdict that's shocking to the conscience of the court. Judge, that verdict is way excessive for what is presented in court on these allegations. And I would ask that the judgment be set aside, given the amount and nature of the verdict. Counsel.
Judge, this is presumptive damages. We had no hand in what they decided. They decided by themselves, and they felt that, and that's deserved. Mr. Corson might be shocked by it, but I believe that the jurors were not shocked by it. They members of the community, and they reached the verdict.
Anything else, Mr. Corson?
No, Your Honor, thank you.
Okay, the council, the court's not going to rule on that right now, so we're going to see everyone Tuesday at 10 o'clock.
Thank you.
Thank you, everyone.
And I apologize for turning my back.
That's okay.
Ayo, if you're right to us, sir.
Take unam ubotre amin. Somebody.
Aye.
Somebody, yes. Na ase me abe ma mentia na mentia watifo ene wahwefo nyina na nkopon ensire obia na honka obia ho omo obia komase ade papa ne mbrɛ de bɔne ne de ontunko abe nyame nsira wo nso no abusua ne wadaje ne oman Ghana odwere no obadwuma piawo na abe same case we no ya ka nti akabo so me de na ye hwɛ ne mu nemo afutuo kakra me de bɛma Ghana nsɛntwerɛfo da ubofo yesremu enipa me asɛmba akopɛ na mete o miru Canada Japan na ɔse nipa oton hofo a yɛbɛfa ofo so te aseɛ
Yeah.
Politics na ye no obiara nka sɛ ɛyɛ tintini atia ɛsɛ sɛ wo support obi o anaasɛ ne obi anya dwen o
Sa.
ɛyɛ ɔman baako ne yɛpɛ sɛ yɛkyekyere ɛna wei sɛ mimi bɛdi so a ɛna me deɛ mɛtumi atoto sikasɛm ne yie na yɛtumi de development yɛaba ne yɛtumi acreate jobs ama nnipa nya bi ayɛ sɛ ɛyɛ Ghanafoɔ yi ɛna wei nso sɛ me na mɛtumi ayɛ ne yie paa asene wo ne nyinaa kɔwie sɛ ɔman ne kyekyerɛ eti sɛ wo ne me nya adwene a na sɛ wote me ho asɛm na ɛkɔyɛ biribi te sɛ asɛ ɔtan o adeɛ baako pa a yɛ nyinaa yɛyɛ botaeɛ no o ɛyɛ ɔman kyekyerɛ no a ɔman kyekyerɛ no ho adwene na me nso mewɔ ho adwene na me susu sɛ mewɔ sen o eti ma me menyɛ daa me nni animu na menyɛ ɛna wo nso sɛ daabi ne nyinaa kɔ bɛwie baako eti ɛdeɛ ne ɔtan a ultimi time wunia saa Ghana nsɛntwerɛfoɔ ɛdeɛ na mo benya ɛnso deɛ mo yɛ nyinaa no ekowia ewie a na wie kɔm efi sɛ adwene panta yɛ kyerɛ nti aba na wugu no ɛru na wobɛtwa sɛ woamfa wo ho ansi hɔ sɛ adwuma na wafa to ho so sɛ wobɛkyerɛkyerɛ na wama ntete na afi wasan ama nipa ni ade saa ade miensa ɛyɛ mu journalism no ne fapem no sɛ ukwati no a wankasa na wo yɛ nipa na adwuma na wo yɛ ne fapem no wakwati no wanim ana agu ase because sɛ ne wo yere ne wo ma ekodi hu nkɔmɔ wɔ fie eka kyerɛ wo yere ne wo ma sɛ wɔtwea ɛna deɛ Canada Japan no na aka fɛ no na Ghana deɛ sɛ gyɛgyefoɔ no sɛ wɔn akorɔmfo enti no wɔn agye bribe no wɔn abu asɛm no akyi ana na America deɛ koduru hɔ no deɛ ɛne yɛbu anofo no 18 million yɛbɛgye di eti yɛn nyinaa yɛnka bi ma na so wɔn oyere di nkɔmɔ asere anadwo no koraa wo ho ani die ntie bi a ka woto pa bɛɛ mmiɛnsa ofui ɔbaa bi nso deɛ anigyeɛ nso kɔgye bi gu no ho wanyɛ nhwehwɛmu nti ɛnɛ hwɛ no mbuase a wadeɛ wahu mo nso mo sɔle a mote asɔre dɛm mu asɛm wɔ nyinaa nso ɛyɛ entity a yɛ nananom de atete yɛn a ɛsa wɔtwerɛ sɛm no mu etimi minim difference between yɛn nananom ntete a wɔde maa yɛn ɛne deɛ Bible ɛka kyerɛ yɛn sɛ ɛsɛ sɛ yɛn nipa tena ahu mo a yɛn na yɛsɛ yɛagye Bible adi ana ɔsɛ sɛ sukɔm de otamfo a na ɔsrɛ wo nsuo a ma ne binom ɛnyɛ mo ana abɛɛ no a na ma wokan ye ado
wɔ so
na mebusa kosa me say ɛnyɛ yɛn ya na yɛsɛ otamfo so pɛ wataade ɛsɛ wo a fama ne na woro de ɛsɛ aseɛ de ka ho aha na saa na ɛyɛ nyame apɛdeɛ eti sɛ Canada Japan Ghana for journalist binom a ɛne bloggers binom a motano no mo wura fi sɛ Bible sɛ yɛ no yɛ atamfo nneɛma mpa yɛ ma wo saa mmara no ɛnyɛ Bible no na ɛde ama yɛ eti wo wanyɛ deɛ Bible wo ka no ɔn sɛ w'anim agu ase ɛka wo dɔɔ no na woka sɛ o papa yi Ghana ho adwene o nanso so asɛm yi paa deɛ ɛnyɛ hwee Awurade hu no mɔbɔ yi nim sɛ ɔbɛboa no ama ne sika anaasɛ asɛm no koraa emu bɛtumi ada hɔ ama sika no so koraa ahwan na nka wobɔ saa mpa yie maa no a wompɛ no asɛm deɛ o wompɛ sɛ ɔbɛyɛ president wompɛ sɛ ɔbɛto abama no nanso ɛnka hwɛ asɛm no na wo nipa no ɛnka hwɛ asɛm no ɛnso woahwɛ nti woansɛ mo anim agu ase momfa wei mmɔ mo ho kɔ hɔ deɛ tia biem ayɛ adubu ahen abe adubu ahen wonim sɛ mene no asama atamfo yi yɛnya atinke nkakra na yɛyɛ atiwa baa election no na mede me boys ɛkɔ enti na yɛwɔ MP na wawu no fie ana na meka nienti a MPP adubu ahen ɛyɛ guy no ne papa wama MPP party no antimi ama power 1996 no sɛ ɔkaa sɛ ɔmma MPP for ɛnkɔ parliament no ɔyɛ mistake because na the first time I echo democracy enti na ɛwɔ sɛ terrorist awie mu wayɛ dan yi parliamentarians ne deɛ ɛwɔ sɛ ɛnya bi no represent na ɔmo kɔyɛ parliament wɔ dwuma na afei ɔmo hold NDC for there no accountability because that time no MPC NDC for choosing woman no na woman no ma go school pa kase cry secondary school O level no ni ade and na that time na MPP for no GH means anom ni akufu atom ni ade no mo so no mo ya lawyer for say the omo bubu omo hu etika adubu ahim omo call parliament ya anka 1996 no anka Lawrence na akra na beje mu ko nka so ko 2000 no etika ba ma dubu ahim no abenya president ni bi kura adi but o ka say on my MPP enko parliament no na party na deserve they say NDC inquiry taking his seat for the first time democracy no opposition party or parliament enti eho ana papa no ama MPP antimia win power 1996 and also na ama ono so antimia ni president oh na empire for no MPP gulu sunu nyina wo ho because no mo China na ado ana me ma oh na dubu ahia dwa me ka asa ni papa na ama MPP ama no o se ami tra ho ama obi a mekeka asem bia o enimu ntra na ana mpani for se nya bo tra na nipa no o ma ne on point mane nkanwie afi me ka asem ni wie ya obi a ye din ana mesumahu ye mfa tinti enya de mo ana mama sabre ne NDC enya kwan awia Ghana sikasa because now runs hey
Kojobuano
Yey enti muna mama kwanyama NDC fanya kwanya wie sika sata mi yiti mensa no e baba oyi Lawrence man adwuma osi pram ona ye ene no kra de oyade nanso so onya sika tam omu nyina sana corruption na start ye wahu na ni nyina afi adubu ahi na wo papa ma party anya ni monyam 1996 nam so wantimi ani aban ibi ama odi yade akowuo na sa wo wanya tumi a esesa obo brapa eti wo papa nim wo ne wo yere jese mu de mun kwa na mu ye yi a eye ene de ba ni pakwa ni akanfo esuba ba le kura yin abrante tetekete wonkwa wa wia Ghana sikasa esi attorney general ye de da bia de kan say obi a wabo Ghana kro no bia no munyi esika mayen na jopade no munyi ma Ghana na me dwure ho a menti asese abe eti enipa kura ahia na obe enipa da bre nu ekawu empano Queen's bed na wodan things no wono yire da so a
na ekade se wakobi o
eya hwe distance ya eda ho saa wahu eti edie ya na wodi owi afi eye practice mo se o ma ha ni e titire na bo man na bro just enipa bi form ho se omo na ye Ghana fo na ye de besom wom eti omo de omo nkwa na be yie na omo command ye ahu suban boni aniti ye betre attorney general momo modian na munyi esika maye na MPP fo nwa mo betini piga na masa atimu samia wati eno na asebu e manfika ye no uni mi se mi nua na wo ade ahia me e ma ba wo nchen se anka boa me kakra aburo no ya tirimodin ti usi ebi ni ho wodi akoma bonti su ni watwa ni eja edura katia so no na dane man so nsemi omo ma timo 14 ma hu samia ma timo piga bi yanko kwajo tireme no kana sambi osi anu aya de bo abusia anya anu ana ni editia fidi atirabu ani sunku ejani nsu ani sunkum obufue kakra bekan kakra bekan Abraham die yesi kakra bekan afere MPP fo musu afe na musu ya Kennedy die be mena di ade ade ene ye beteti ane na so ne apare chaw Kennedy die be mena di ade ade ene ye be maba umia akọ opposition sie na jomama bewie no na na kan busa mo se na mo se jamre NDC fo be ja power ni mo ama mo hu muna munnim se de power TNT mudi di agro data ba na num na mo de mo se ko wuram afei ena mo wada mo pensem e de abetale papa yi ena mo sa ase efiri kwajo smart Kevin Taylor ena bloggers bi ena mo de besi ana ase so jeso bi a wo de baba bi ana theater mo humani guase adubu ahen kan ka kire mo anka mo ma kan di MPP anim ena ko wi ni power anka nsem ni bebre ni be fiasem o anka rin guase no ka masai na ka ba mu a obabo ami atetere Ghana ka wasi dan ba ko nkran wasi dan ba ko kumase afi di aka nyina ya aban dia na ka di asi affordable houses ni enuanu ma ye adwuma nyadan adam na enke no kura bra corruption afi because abamu a wasi so ono ana e ba akoto na saase ana wa akoto no cement akotwa ne blocks no wasi ni dan na wo ye adwuma enya kro no no bebode e no obeye ena sanka sika no mudi si dan no ma Ghana ana nka ya affordable houses ana ye dia ma workers ana nka omu tim no omu han no omu tu aka nkakra kra no omu to no omu tu mortgage sa de ni ba bia sa na yese wi ase nyina ase enka market asese ne pro na esunte dabi odi ya nkwa na apese budidie ana magye atopade ne nyina afanti e betre ye wura don mama ene wo watani denura yesrem ba bia Ghana sika ko di biara yesrem munyima ye na ma anyi amayen a ane yene mo de media no so de ene e be de pa etia biem na me de manu asie no ebra ye campaign no NDC for mo kan pin se na nado okaso betu galamsey na so a one time if you say o tumi no eni nti yemfa mamu na masua de mo ba galamsey no mo betu ase one time yem story bia yem story ana ma be ka kire se militants abe akode forest be se enso aboso omu free ayi omu free odivu any Burkina Faso ne ehun kro ne ba omanya ye hu ba bia ya soja fotu wo mo ko abeka tra ye se omu bandi fo na ehoho no omu nya Ghana fo no omu ka French no omu kro mu kasa eti omu bandi fo ni tu ekuta omu no Ghana military ni bi ade na sa man ya de na mugu o man ya ni mu asese eti na nado odi America for abetina Ghana ho no military base no eti omote wo se akromfo emefo ye jopade enko free na te a omote wo no omote wo se we asembusa wo Ghana for ye nyina because mo say ye security nya etima besi base ye ho say mudi base no be boy ho ban ma terrorists ene basa atuate dom bia enya kwan emetena Ghana na say omo a efiri Burkina Faso ni Cote d'Ivoire omo de aituo abetena ho a omo de abetena Ghana ho no na Ghana asojafo yetuo entimi safo we nko amo kan o radio no so no na mo pesa mo tiresai Ghana for ye busamu politicians we dia ye busamu aya mo be kan aya ne mo ani ngu oman a wo tetere a undum se akodi ene ye eme rate oman bi se obetimi ahwe na job ade so What do you be able to I just hope you know, mamma. A 2 hour mobato, Bombonti. Now say, America for us, I'm on Premamunto 2 hours. Hey, I am on Montobi by here. And then I travel it in who yana 1 year 2 hours. Or they permit terrorists for in night. Huh? Can you know a crap you are? A woman in it. No more broken. And they, or Cranatu, and then Yankopon Tadia, Ethiopia, Astatia, all manufacture the weapons. Yes. And then Tanzania, a Brantiano, wire helicopter, a Cassia, a use transmission, or the radio transmission, and I power. Can who the Cotia now the Besiwa? Ultimate sign a power crave free Ukanum, a use of fee. Africa Nina, Oba America ha, no me, Anabaku ha, and on dear, or survive. And Wakwatra Tanzania and Tanzania Banya Sunu, Anakove, and Wadia or Yoho. It's technology, no, Yanni at the buyer, as I buy Yafan, I mean, Kana, why you know a romance are gaining in theatre class because a radio transmission. It's the African here, Koyanim, it's the end now, and Mao be emphasis in there. I'm a sponsor across 4. Anya mo boy who buying. Now so almost sponsor from for no more a fire good year the cop. And it's ever John Dramani Mahama. That be a media smart mecatron say was charging for Dr. Kwame Nkrumah. On the air papa. Or no your mind or no your mind signing. Or no what do or man far who did and this were doing say. Ghana for your bedi who cry. Near bro for Dija.
Yo.
Abrofo say so.
Yo.
And in yes, Ramo, yes, Cano, Munyaman, na say, a baby, I won't need Granoa. You benyan for one year the attitude Ghana, no, Papa, to one among my age. Na yedia yahu, and a ma wood to know. Na my yehu more. Namisra in an one cage in a home.
Piao. So that was a Fiera de Quadrubuano with that beautiful submission. Hello, Abe. Greetings from Bristol, Virginia. I am 100% sure that Kennedy is going to be the next president of Ghana. Ohima Equia says, good evening, Prophet Abe, Efiora, and all truth seekers online. Steve Tamsey, and the exchange rate is going up. Kim Polo Bakwami Asere. Frank says that thank you, Danny Mens. I do appreciate your thought. The Danny Mens said that's why confused, because a spokesperson at this point has no relevance to the substantial matter unless to you. The delivery lacks skills of a spokesperson. At Frank Danny, not Frank Owusu. Danny means I used the word if I may ask. Come again. Now Teddy Jones says, Abe, you see how the judge was scratching his head? He knew the case is definitely a mistrial. That's Ken's God in action. Let's move on. JCOP.
Yeah, Abe.
Yeah, good evening, sir. At the same.
Hello. Numa Dromo. Te
Dromo song.
Madana Nushi. Minga owe kume fe minga konaba di Fred minga mofiamu.
Yo.
Abe.
Yeah.
And then I'm not who said there were journalists for and I yes some journalists. Omu on the omo abadaye any tima yedi jojo asem abe enti who was high information when you now ho time on mu yedede anas control ye edi kogu ni Facebook Ghana journalist for a yedede Kennedy betra 18 million who was high information but you kept quiet and now we see omo ye
sir
no
ɛsɛ sɛ wonya abotrɛ na ɔhwɛ deɛ ɔmbɛyɛ ansana nti
yes
na ɔmo ayɛ nyinaa na ɔmo tie wei na ɔmo de atoto video no ho sɛ video na ɔmo de celebrate no ɛne last audio no wode toto ho a ɛtale anaa
Abi, this is how journalism supposed to go. Abi, me ma breaking news. Me intelligently, and a mama miss a tip of. You see, journalists for movie and central for movie. Echo share or meeting you or cafe shop. Almost see the way Ghana for Akuma Sida Kennedy. Omuye fia emfa enso Kennedy ba omanu dwane bebo because onu oma bribe she said the way Akufo-Addo government ni Mahama government ni titika ye chiche ma onu onye sa enunti they should re-strategize because papa no ye clean to the state said there will be better bia udi ba be he 3 days later, now starting a call from Afina true nature no aba out. Afina Ghana for now, some man who funds more. And coming days, over whom they will start another agenda coming. And a tip of Namama. And so, Utie say, or the agenda be a bar, then you know that what I've told you is manifesting. Because me didn't can't catch her say, I see room kitia any Mahama ni how do you call it?
Friends and chief of staff one Julius Debra.
Chief of staff, yes, meeting now mo call Mahama. Mahama say the main target no a year say move portray by bibia to the state say MPP for Sandy Baomiaba so that whoever emerge from you can get a cool job to be president. Because the more way na se Kennedy ba no matter what you do, we'll go to opposition because the idea na Papa Nedi Pano Ushe primaries now Ghanaian bought into the idea. And your MPP for no more money chance. And Nunti, no come who go. Namu hear everything to discredit Kennedy in front of the MPP people so that MPP Baumyanga Akono ama MPP for no mudi nasa badie. Because mudi Baumya bad you a very cool chop. No matter what, even you say yes kakwa a very cool chop am I. But say Kennedy is your main target, not you both. Until you both to work together, whoever emerges from you should be the president. But your main target is the winner. The big problem is Kennedy. And second winner me caught up with and so. Abe, Madinka Akacho said our borders are weak because I'm from Aflau. Say ufa ye beats. Kosi pillar 5, pillar 4, pillar 3, koa. Missy baby or hoa. Migration for no, ye post to omu di ko hoa. Omu ko, they go to different place. Omu, over to me the 9 pine atwa. West be legislation now. Ombeso muse mamu. Our hook free Georgia. Ko whole side now, the borders, the small borders, ye very, very weak. The America Troy, Burkina terrorism, Cote d'Ivoire terrorism, Niger terrorism, Mali terrorism. Omua akandi omudi ku ewo ho. Enti toro eusa way for Omujania na say border no ye weaker na say gold so ye border no ho they will come into our borders. Emma, one thing is now we paying for the politicians for because of your kind for because of Scalibranti, or Motimi Kwa Burkina, Ecofa, those gang leaders and bring them to Ghana to come and drive their Galamsey site Maomu. When we are almost starting any jihadists can bought into those people and then about to say Nigeria. Now I started to crack a the Boko Haram. And so Semahama Ekache said Akufado should have stopped Galamsey within 1 week. And then Waba declare a state of emergency over those areas holding now use military with drones because your military now and then on one discama military they become millionaires in military because yema up to ebimu 5,000 a day. Onu nakatria say nakatria and do 4,000. Yema 5,000 a day. And no the problem no bana omunti Galam say. If you declare a state of emergency over those areas now the soldiers from Accra, any Tema bases, now they are called with drones. No more fighting, no more pushing those now the soldiers are Google borders falling now because the custom and the migrations are taking money and letting people into Ghana on necessarily. We at the Tokwabe baby because a Krobia Sikakoko, any diamond, any timber, any woman, one share yenase, one so we got you border year, Eddie, in Tokwabe Brew, Dachi. A word is enough for the wise. But Kennedy, dear, what is written is written. One will say, Ubiabe can be one said, Ubiabe can be dear family. But rather, no, Omo said they are. And then you come a village, Bia, Akora Yaun and Nekora, who can't Canadian Japan on him. Never on him in a bad way, on him Nijuma Pa all year, and the Buakana, on him Nijuma object in echo, on him the idea he wanted to bring. Mekatre will say Kennedy Japan is a reincarnation of Kwame Nkrumah. And the West will try everything possible for him not to be president, so that they can continue their culture. But Ghana for me. What Tima Nabadayema Kunu say a story Gina painting say when I pair, nothing can stop. And a Kennedy bar a beboa. Papa no one be president. The Sheduma Wabie, Shedia all year, Sheduma or the CCP, a crew mia Ubia and Nebi ye. Say already president, no bet me because of your corrupt leaders now. Omo both NDC ni MPP no. Omo nim say papa mi ba. Omo aduane bebo. They are trying, even journalists for crack or your meeting now. That tells you the level of honesty ewo papa no. Abebi me manwesi.
Yo, me da say. Okay, let's move on. And then Ohima Equia, thank you. So please don't forget to like and share. With Jemodiama Danny Man, so I say, Danny Man say, honestly, if Honorable insists on being with the MPP, which means his government would consist of these same people, what is he doing about a party that is so corrupt? No matter how corrupt you are, no. When you get a leader who is stricter, Emma one so Subain. Adebu awonye. Don't say NDC phone now so they were all clean. Na Mahama ba o use you. Majority of them. Mahama Bano insisted, said, "Daddy way, I am going to do this." Now they are dancing to his tune. Sanity. Because there are a lot of people saw about Okudzeto Ablakwa, but yesterday Okudzeto Ablakwa is dancing to Mahama's tune. The same way as to other appointees, other MPs, other ministers, majority of them had that question marks. But right now, they are now dancing to the tune of the leader. And it doesn't make them corrupt or that bad again. Because omo ye new people, omo asasa. That is where I am coming from. It is a Kennedy Belidia. The fact that so omo muguzi debi obia so adwene beko anti-clockwise. Sanity. But it's going to also pick more youths. It's going to use more intelligent, more visionary people to work with. In the other, human beings are recyclable. A bit me are recycle ya home. Ghanaian media, abba. All right, thank you very much. Ebenezer Diasrosa. Your sister Fia Pokua was one of them. Oh, no, if you antisa, Mimpesa, if you antisa. Debia, if you promote King's Jersey Radio every day. She loves me and I love her. Joseph Adumakuzabe. Any update on Ken versus Anas? Oh, update Bembu na uhia. Inti mayaka ina sanso pa update. After 1 month, you better be able to. We have a lot honest people, incorruptible, hardworking, selfless people in MPP. But the Akufo-Addo only chose the corrupt ones. Ono na wone wamu ye juma ebe ya ne denti bua. No wone tikupe no oko omu no pe. Hello.
Hello, Uncle.
Yeah, Sudan.
Nyame adumu ye pa na Uncle wo so e.
Oba de adaro ma yaso ya ho ya pa.
Ide yemi asi. Uncle missy. Okay, what's I mean the pankasa. Fe edene kakran elokonka YouTube. I'm telling you. Ele hawa adwene so. Me say edene kakran elokonka YouTube with no kwaro no. Ele hawa adwene.
Yanko yenim kakran.
Me ka chore enyansafu pa na wakasa wo platform no do. Say if you are kasa, abekede if you oye lecture Legon ana KNUST. Wode da dwumudo hwe Mr. Kakari Mr. Santi na ma babs wode nkofo wakasa wo platform onya small ba it's about time ebim so bana opare wo blast nkofo bi anka bi ode ma won kwan ode yiweni epebetu megboro ekuado nkone na asam ni bi de me ba me dwon so aba one guy bi finidin last bi no opare blast efiepoku a man a chance because wo platform na pere be dam. But that lady no deserve the mother so. Or deserve because one kind of quite
don't go there.
No, I will not go there because I know it's your wow sister, but one kind of quite I'm telling you one kind of quite. Oh then now another version be no hey obekere obi ante ho hwe. And now nobody surprised already in Ejima. Mr. Excuse my language. When we the Ghana from still we ejimifu or dosun. Onim Pa still Ghana funu ejimi funu odoso dem no the sue judges no dem pepepe no ye na judges no wonam di yo wol kohwe anas ni video was also ba out we interview no bi mu kasam he dem ko fie wan ko school pa we judge nti excuse me language nti woni mi nyansa wo hu de akwai ni na de cut and paste na de obekere won nyina so wasu ne duru kulo I don't know chiro oji nipa krope no otimu boy nkofu nyina won ania oboy nkofu nyina won agen no wonder than the brother or a lawyer na kutisi no dinechi no wonder that them nkofu nyina so yes kafo no wonder that wo phone kwame akabi I'm telling you Mr. Anas Moshiri wo onye hui show video na de ba video na wa ba artisia no wole kasa cramp be e show sisi akolo kasa kwano on the next person or chat no window no or pede or the change the face on na adwene dado no wa chene ni no or hwe the video no or captain ye ya America na kacha nkofo de who watches the watchman na dem chado yi na ari na ona ne Anas difference bia ni bebiara dem wa hwe that this person achiche ne hwen no we change ni face and the or the in ba out no o share the picture but two o de he intentionally took that picture no opera the confusion kofo they were sure the Anas and bloggers in yana no media houses in yaso were out are you sure this is Anas or pe kwan bi the way you know but me say otwiri mutan ona ne Anas them honorable candidate ba outside there who watches the watchman the passport was a child was out ona ne Anas no di bi achiche na abodwo ho na ne side bench na ade anka be no ordinary rasta wa chere ache bitu e bi gu na etikọ na e bi kata no forehead no do ye yam from o ye ne IQ no oye djuma because adnol ye no onya de papa e bi ho e kwan be e bi ho a e bia judges on ye bia na kan kwan ba pe edjuma akoyi single person chere odigana fu nyina adwene diagol no we mafias no wonder they NPP co position na mafias ni nyina bi afi radio do now was a baby na what you know honorable ken obenya na wo de na hwefo aka be Miss Ghana fo no we ni eboyu ma me fopo na want to blow for kwan na otumi send audio message first no oye na yi na nkofo wodi echi na this is phone aba nti nyebe bi ha pictures by etumi cut a zoom action apps bibli aba nti na do no ye no oya agudi bi na woni ani ado hwe ade de ba out oye mhu de I don't know but nen lawyers ni bi so ebusu nya stitches bibli no wo interview na wala Kevin Tere no pentem abede no ntungu mframe no bi aso so do etwepo so na no bachi cause when you honorable ken no ye relevant to on ye relevant Miss Ghana for the first now ye heli dem kofunya on ye relevant dede na wonyina wo ye adwena wo for na adwen wo de dwin wo de bo Ghana no woni bi ebi ni won trim won ye funu kote na waka wo won ye fun hwedwuma ye Miss awo anyakopon so amo nyansa pa ehye da ye di na hu ne nkwasiafo no wate egum
Frank Mr. I am man too freedom.
Yeah.
Wow, so ekede etitrum painful wodonti wes bi ha about the wrong time. We have your times and seasons. Time bi wa unse trouble amekra trouble na mekasa me butimi fu na me asum e bia frem but this very moment here where ka say onye dem time ni the word question intimacy
my chasan
yo
but ode ankabe ode isabata ma de won so nya oma no hodo se enishi kwampun kanche honorable ankabe he corona bed the whole world this single man Shadi oye magana adio oye magana this single man dem ko fini na wan kai hwe edwuma obobui ebi wo mu bi ho obofo won fasifo ma woni efepoku okọ America no nebusafu nya ofo nya akọ America Anas nebusafu nya ofo okọ America And you won't know him there, honorable boy, no about for Obi. I will be saying, Nakushi, Mobi. But the man no waliano, on yard papa. Coffee shop matches. What it to MPP the NDC, a Jumo with Giant. I can be share. And the videos are all about out in share. I'm sure that Miss one and Castle when internet the big guy no gun and watching our channel. I know that definitely honorable will need that guy. Because I know only what calculate span or what I don't know. What calculate span or what I don't know. But I know only so that Ghana for you with it. You near boy, you near dog. It's all there. I know what yarn or backfire. Or yarn or backfire. Them near coupon yanadi. Them pepper penny a coupon yanadi. For how long? Ned Ghana din boku foam. For how long? Sika in the bit me di. Sika and hina the bit me di. Mr. Ankabe, Baumiano, the me, Mahama, as I know declared, said no, Mr. Me sure the LPP Fnan what on the mad and the NDC for NPP for because they thought there one ma Alan Cash quan, no within the honorable Sube unity. John, I don't know why confused. Was said down what on I don't know what the my NDC for. So when Kade, Ebia, so not now 1 year, Mr. or Kakulti and Kasankasa. Calculate. I'm telling you, now at the same time, so Edibo I need no Abanan Kabe. I don't know, but offended Chire. Honorable Ken Casemile, they are looting Ghana as if said there is no tomorrow. No was only Diago. She this young guy, she say the miske working on the Corpadia. This young guy, she didn't him smooth. So the more because on the catcher wabo branch and how wako school or to bo phone matro wabo branch and how but opportunity ka when you guarantee no will via Ghana. But them ko foko baby one on high table. Why? Because okete V8 obakacher wabo bra we was so takushide okoya taxi driver wakotana ice cream we day no Ghana na world born abor oya de papa ankabi onya ade papa on ye at the papa cry, I'm telling you, what Bogana. Now, lastly, so the me Sadiq Adams who say, we know, or the other out there, offend then, or call him for who they go for Galamsi, if you be a big one and Kabi. All look on Nankutin or Quay and our need security for no one quite.
And they are just Ofania from Ghana.
Very good. So, need security for no Quay and to a patch Muhammad or need security briefing. Na indeed the nature was what say Galamsey Abraham food the school cadet to feel say a friend a key fit club we no work terrorist or if a offended Galamsey site the book of fee. It's a sure there's a guy in Uncle or Koya and Gawana or to my baby. No look on or camp one and the Okojili be no tea when I show. Either don't need security food be no call another will brief it. If security people will brief you, I didn't say we security for the Emumefi Galamsey site. No one did the main cadet for you said them coffee and Bruana go crabby or which him what one call Galamsey site or Kobo Sunoban. And Kabe now about going to government so if baby or the Ghanaian I drink with them. They what the guy they can say them not said ya. Them cadet for you what do we need a terrorist in Sunana. I mean, me who because I'm not the NDC party Nankasan or be tell you. That's why I put the question there because I create information you all one down. Oh no, the other NDC MP Nankasan won't say the data. But say if team you're about to will feed with information, that's a development beyond what rubber out there. We never born no 2 years are best 1 year best and 4 years no best because the information will defeat no problem. So do my prosecutor Nankabe. I go be the ones what the Ghana susbedi no. It's my fancy day. Submit chance be media fine, a chance I been there. Then one but my kind there. And now soon to me this will be a radio. Nalakasa name now on the horn. Or be any baby abio. Maybe no more time or tea. Why should I action express that cut never today? Class 1 teacher be an FS year school watch one kimping old school. Akabi.
Mate. Yo. Hello, good evening.
Good evening, Mr. Ben.
Papa.
So, when I'm here, Boko.
Yeah, Boko.
Good. And that's really important. When you make sure a tip with an careful, make a taco to
Yo.
Honorable, so someone who compensates. What I said last week is not there, because I said, a branch of my question, Ghana. Ne nyinaa no ɛyɛ adeɛ a ɔmo pɛ so ɔmo fa so akutia honorable akomprɛko agyako sɛneɛ wontumi ɛma na ɛ president anaasɛ ghanafoɔ bɛyi ɔmo adwene afiri papa no so but adeɛ a yɛatwerɛ ato ɔ so yɛ sabe wobɛtumi ako a wontumi mpɛda ɛsɛ sɛ wɔne kra mu sɛ ɔba bɛdi president a wontumi ɛyi fi hɔ agene bi ono na betina ho ababa obi ba be pa ne hyebre ana be yi bibi afi ne hyebre a wode ma asi beso na my yes very disappointed e won kofu bebre a mo social media na tie wo kakra na gbo bibi a kiro na all type of journalism now we no mmiri bi me ka kiro say ni mu time I start here but who nyensa and I was saying, the account, and I will go to Asia. Maybe I will be not being called I think our court. So, say, we made mention of it. But, video and then we should not have. You were waiting to strike at the right time. And you have, and we applaud you for that. Set what you to us there, and this I did it. Koswane koso na mfe onyame audi ne di obekoso apegya obe okese asase isa owie be kese na asase ni ko da ya ni yia awiye no ene ade ehia yie obetumi asase ene pepepe ogu obedu awiye no ase no kwakwa obu nso obetumi asase tantantan awiye no na enoma asa enti asase ehia ti fe
no.
Na nkofo bebrebe kata me madam for Avram Bemoshe na we na se ka me the voice note na mko ka kire ne batani bi wo ha no wase ne pen me nkofo tan o tai honorable Canada kon e wo Ghana ho media house bi na make me women about 70 to 80% and them papa. I don't know, send no cry or canoe, and into a one canasem. And now also we need to be Debbie. Only Pebia will be soup. And see, young penny for there. I say, make chow, I say, we do soup. But oh,
I
say, make chow. Can't I make chow, but yes, I say, will be can't say. I bet make chow. I say, make also, and then also. I say, make you soup. And the mobile, make say a papa, and I come, I have one and so on, and I come back. I've done the Moshe, Yamipa, and I told congratulating the friend is saying, Anas, I really have Anas. I say, victory for Anas. I was like, yo, dude. Man, you want my theatre, but yes, I'm a papa, and I would see after one. That the clear bar outside. Anas, the yen semuno, or only yen semuno, or they half ever two gas. Send your image demanded piano, years in US court no coin, and what New Jersey, Essex County, jury, no, I'm on victory. But victory, no, he never said in the video, said, let's be a judge, you know. I'm a ruling Esampa Yamano Sa Akomian so Benya African honorable thing. 18 million. 1 year, sir, Nimu or the Betu said verdict, 18 million. And I got a full time honorable Canada for you, including no on one MPP. But pay another chance now, Mississippi car honorable aspect or MPP one. It was gone over $200 million. I'm telling you the truth. Since 1982. MPP folk when it's only the brain one a type of panel. And to show the cover people, uncle man about or no one about it's really about you because for breaking law. Now, let's take a car. I call KSM. I know permission to would be. Now, I could see no. I was able to cry. I was so very, very, very much disappointed in that man. On the book in Japan, on you be no one interview. But to me, power after the primary in the way it's both need to sell KSM. Honorable Emma Aquarium. Actually, Emma who interview and would be and promote different one so called Vara. But I don't know why it's here all of a sudden. What make sure what need to sell and then jubilate for your friends Anas. I want to something down. I will leave the Anas and they are yet on mine was set on my move. One man to say no. Investors ever done in United they think twice because they would do different system and not correct that. People will not even come and invest in your country because when your problem was judge and our lawyers if they be a economy it is the only economy wrong. And attend to it Emma a very in country. Meaning now, who cares what years first of any? I dream one question say, don't let me come out in a sudden cafe. Can I Japan? Eddie Gugu, na Anas, Eddie Iguanim. Ghana for 1 year, 1 day working. The Brenois, the no year, and the I'm not just saying about Honorable Japan. And for some who are only so innocent. But no one will seek a crowd on YouTube and make your friend say, TikTok, which would a cast and control, it will be good with it. Your name is the chapel. I say, Yamesapo Kantanka Kotoko, and your friend, Apusokoya Tapo. Your friend Yamesapo Kantanka Kotoko. All in Ghana, if you can want them more, or make it. Ono papa no yan ko le ntokwa ma no so o be traffic ko kantan ntokwa emanwa o kra timi no me ma ye ni mo kaka le na man ti kaka ajo asafo be kan ntem nyina no say o attack ya do not attack the man attack ajo asafo mesremo ye balance le comment no mo bi ankoku kantan tokwa ma no sajo asafo na anu nya onu nya men ko kan ne papa sem ko so no otuo no o meka obi asem maintain da kantan ka de na no agba kufu adudin anase mahabadin da ke kan nsem to ayampe e be serem bibi aba menya to ase na mo yewu ta na no o yi pa bone afi bonu olimu was a dark-minded person. According to source, Atare or Shen, Mr. Bay, who the Oko court. Yes, was at Atare continuously. I don't know if that is true or not.
No, correct.
I make us a natural answer, baby. Oh, say, Yana Nano, and I say Bible, Moses in those days, the Israelites. Also, what Arabia was a Batakalibia, he did say a normal boom. I see you get I ocean. Maybe see a combo, not yen shet that I didn't get. I did 2 million booty panels for our all come. I'll sana, but better that Batakalini. But oh,
no, Hopper.
Batakalini, the house are almost a warm field. But I can use it. Then we are home when about for only times one more passion. Now I believe that you know, we are not 2 hours a year. I know to treat him and I will be and I will come. Any Jew, Obi Obeka say 2 minutes in Ghana, and man you do and your boy. Spirit only boundaries. I believe there was some type of hypnotism because videos are mostly a lecture guy didn't hear. It means that our grandchildren are prepared of it. And all but say, if no matter what, spiritually and so deep, physically and so deep. But I never can make a cap to say, Mr. Bay, we are saying 2 minutes who have been here, fighting here, 2 minutes, and no correct. No correct. And you 2 minutes, and 2 minutes now, what I say. And it's another thing, Uncle Sungunapa, no Messia, who cap Lydia, or bet you had the word, man.
Mr. Medasa, thank you very much. All right, Bushia, maybe I be. Nancy, I am a da. Yay, brother June Nedray. Ebe, Mamu Tumuda, Machada, Malam Numpubamente. Hey! All right, thank you, Nkakrakra Beye. And so let's I want to move on again with your messages. Now, Danny Man says your argument on a relationship between resources and violence is 100% on point. The dangers are imminent. The use of foreigners on projects or to protect Galamsey site is true. Joseph Adamakuabe. Okay, thank you. I read that already. JCOP say we have a lot honest. Okay, I read that already. Then man say Abe. They say. Abe. They say. As Nkrumah once said about Ghanaians is the MPP method operation. If you can mention one thing specifically that Abrakwa did, other than they say, oh Papa, I didn't cry, Nadani. Also, had you say ya? You won't say you are still defending. No, you want to say NDC Funa Omwenya appointment na they are all clean, right? No. Politics no Ghana wujitum see NDC MPP kranka yampe obia winning because of near akoso. Are you saying say ebrina na yewura mahama waso na nneoma ekọ wrong ebi mu katasehye ne ade ekoso a enu nti omoto abatia no mahama ba en sankrofo no obia ni hobie mana Danny. Oh bro, I generalized it. The fact that you heard a black crop name, no, put a black crop. There are people in it, in the government, still they were the old people. And no more banner maker say, Sancrofono, they were some years back, no, now almost you corrupt. If he sabi, question mark, ebatabatom, nanso, Mahama ba no didn't see film, no, or see a dear way, he used mention the word. It is not business as usual. He said it. Why did he say that? This time is not business as usual. Into obi oye badwim masabi onim nia mahama kabia no beti ase. Ankadia na beba mo aka say ubia nso ayeba fa na popable ayeba chiu se we no wo na bam nso emra na obema kwa manu edi. Eni ntu onim se ne nkrofo ni bi nye dada. Now, so he's giving them Sadia Ghana Fuama Mahama another chance to prove. No, he has also given his people another chance to prove, and they are now because leader no niaobayano and na unkodano edu echin besa achirao. Say yewura Mahama bay or ya shaha so yatise omu bokro no buha yatise obi awia ban wanya ho hwea wo mu edna chibeke say president kradonka into obi abaye But when we two anamonsa dear way there, medemina messifem miyama metia metushianamo, would in a cheer, you know go and do it. That is where I'm coming from, sir. There were some old characters, but today that same old characters are here with Mahama, but because of Mahama and the steps that we're taking, they are afraid to go back to that old system. So Timothy say they are not clean. We are all defending our people, but as a Danny dear, you always want to make sure so Adiobia can't find this in Obia, you fight it, please. Obia you're clean. Just that we are human, we can change. So I believe that they were not clean, but they have changed based on Yewra Mahama steps that were taken. Obia so obey because this house. No, it is not business as usual. You will be charged. And only Yajituma will move forward. All right, thank you very much. Let's move on. Jesse OP.
Yeah, I'm very. Oh, me paucho, me da sister wa mam ya kunya. Abe. Unim difference I want MPP ni NDC them.
I just saw Chirami.
Yes, that means they be oba be defendi NDC. Fine, or your NDC no be defendi NDC. The difference I want NDC MPP no say. MPP no yempeni for no move form party no. Omu dia share ya adwum and your constitution no say. And MPP no learned people. Omu ye learned people. Omu mpe katahihye ni proye. They believe say ye will ye as a jumano and no never mau aduaniat. Bes ye mbapa wa say ye befin japadie. And nuna ye MPP for no dinkan for no di treye ewo ye tro NDC tro kunkun. And nuntina kufota mba ya ye nkrofo no go bokro no ye beka outside. And nuntina akufa do ba ya oni ni nkrofo no be bokro no we are bold to talk about the corruption in our own system. But the NDC people are bold to talk about the corruption ekosu ewo Mahama pensu ada ablakwamu every school ebe ye deputy minister ablakwa ko ye wedding with helicopter ablakwa ni driver ewia ni sika almost 2 million Ghana cedis di Ghana here. NDC for anti-me account once because omu for corruption nos omu de yen change but yemu de yen change ani yebu enu nti na ye hu obi say oye yen change e wo MPP mu a ehie because yen person obi the corruption katahihye ni proye beba boy party no enu nti na edani fight between Akufado camp any yemu a yedi Kennedy Japan chi because ayenu krekujina Kennedy Japan exhibit as a Kwame Nkrumah the Kwame Nkrumah kan yenu de obeye yenu nukre no na Kennedy follow no yenu uye mi maami kona se uya beba bekan yenti na beba bekan because prono we na wo bon ema akolabia o village the school dan be bono the school atare be bono the biz the duani di mu be bono because of nkwa ukrono ya wo bono nti And nothing a yen cassa and a yakacha Mahama said, prosecute, say, who say, we are with you, who say, and call for me a bo chronoa, Siomugum. So she share Muna say, who say, Palugu Dam, Sikanu Fab, be Faba Omiasia, Sinotumu. Who share Muna say, who say, National Cathedral, Sikanu Fa, Asofo Biasi, and say government official Biasia, Sinotumu, because Ghana can call NPP stands for Development of Ghana, and only NPP can save Ghana. But Yabenya, a group of fake lawyers, Bia, Omabe Daniel Moti said, Petekua, Omabe T NPP Moa, Omu Transa Yeji Power Pena, Mu Full Japadie, Antina NPP, Ubia ye lawyer, and so Ure Moa, Omu ye conforce saying, Omwa, Omu ye prosecutor, Omu di Omu corporate in Sawam. And Nuntina ye movie, ye Kasano, and Tidani remains. Ye criticize Obi or NDC. The same thing about me criticize Obi or NPP. NDC for no ye ni mo move. Mahama ye ni mu. Nye and then I will be become Mahama. We be pensi Mahama white. Edi achiremi. Mahama was never an option. Or non-Kasani said he was never an option. But Enam said, or set the agenda ni to Homa NPP for na ye ko to mwa. Yedi ba omi apa ya aye kuti of permanent and nothing na ye move ya kan ye nothing utie die onsu bempa kan yo ewo vim lady fia pokia platform so ene a wo be hu say omu nyina they knew say bibia akufado ekono eye hwam but ade na akoye say akufado amonopolize obia say wan nhwe a obaji waduma fu musen adwuma ho ayɛ di wɔ Ghana ɛna ɛkɔm so yɛ ya ɛnu nti na ɛma ya ebi mu ka ɔmo ano tum nyɛ sa owusu bɛmpa a mele mu ɔntumi ka na no tum but ɔka na no tum because sɛ ɛkɔm yɛ ya ɔn sɛ hopes na dɔyɛ ɔno a ɔyɛ igbeni no ɔnka na no tum o sɛ ne principle sɛ ɔno ɔbɔ korɔ no a wo cost mu na wo ba fam a ɔnka na no tum da ɔho ɔbɛka bɛsɛ ɔyɛ kɔn ɔbɛbɛ korɔ no a ɔbɛbɛ korɔ no nso 100% saa na ɔmo tie ayigbefoɔ no because me ayigbeni me stepmother ɔtete mi a from 1 year up to me year ɔyɛ ayigbeni I know mitina ɔmo mu na me yi wɔ I know their character sɛ ayigbeni sɛ ɔbɛwia mo a bɛwia mo bɛsɛ ayigbeni sɛ ɔbɛdi lukura ma wo a ɛte sɛ ɛnɔ dunani ɔsɛ ɔbɛdi lukura ma wo a wone nyinaa bɛwu ɛwu ɔbɛka ɔbɛgye wo awu in your place that's how they are abe papa ya ɔbɛsi nkɔɔ ya ɔka nsɛm bi ɛyɛ a wohu ɛkyɛ no a nyahota mekuru tae hyɛ no saa kyɛ no yɛnhyɛ no kwa o saa kyɛ no yɛnhyɛ no kwa ɛyɛ dinsufoɔ kyɛ yes ɛkyɛ no a wohu sɛ papa bi so wɔ NDC mu ɔwɔ abɔdwihyɛ last ɔba platform bi so a ɔkasa ɔno nso hyɛ saa kyɛ no the same thing ɔyɛ igbeli saa kyɛ no yɛnhyɛ no kwa ɛna batakali na how do you call him asiedu nketea hyɛ yɛ tam a ɔmo yɛ NDC primaries na ɔbɛ imagine as a how do you call it as a chairman no saa batakali na ɔtaa hyɛ no saa batakali no yɛnhyɛ no kwa saa kalas saa batakali no yɛnhyɛ no kwa ɛso saa batakali no yɛnsi ɛno nti tumi ɛwɔ hɔ but sɛ ɔmo de bɛbɔ korɔn no ɛno na yɛmpɛ because yɛpɛ sɛ ɛkuro no bɛyɛ yie so that akyina sɛ yɛso yɛbɛduru Ghana yɛbɛnya asomdwi sɛ biribi kakra wɔ hɔ na sɛ ɛso yɛbɛyɛ biribi a ɛbɛma yɛn nkurɔfoɔ no bɛtumi anya adwuma ayɛ wahu sɛ nea wotam akuro ɔno waka from day one sɛ Akufo-Addo Moon nim na se mudi papa wo ye president. Mu be num se mudi Akufo-Addo abedi president. Wa kan da nye lewo. Wa kan le atu ho da. Even before 2015. Nya hota mo klu kansa asem. And so now time to first me na oni Akufo-Addo mu ye twetwo mucho. E ye den no mu be che. Yes, no mu ye twetwo mucho pa. E ye den no mu be ti ya. Obe kansa asem ni e na consistent in sa papa no e kansa asem up to today. O see Akufo-Addo na onu nim no. Se mu di power man no e ho na obe kire mu se ye ye di tu ye. Enu dia na ye be hu yantie ye di achinje na di Akufo-Addo obe sangana o dia na obe ye ni papa for wa MPP mu. We have a lot of honest people in MPP. We have a lot of conscious people in MPP. But we are conscientizing the people not to steal. There were a lot of people in MPP. They want Ghana to move on. But so only comfort. You can't work with Akufo-Addo. The mother only comfort. You can never work with Akufo-Addo. Because Akufo-Addo on agenda the agenda is to amass the wealth. He said there were cultural family San agenda no never omutrimu. One who saw Mukodu is every day for 60 years that one who the display or honor. And no never show the level of Sika Nkrofowi Apakidia ho for their generation to come. And Munti say Yanya leader Papa Bia about changing the destiny of this country. One day, the best sofa, Akufo-Addo Bush and Libby Bessan the president Bima. And who the say you organ. This is a more track of Burkina Faso. Because in Nkrofowi, they don't have good intentions for Ghana at all. Their intention to loot the country, to knock the country down. Nyahota Moklo Kanye Yantie, Kobaje Japan Kanye Yantie, Afoko Kanye Yantie, Yaya demonstration, Tiamu, Epamomu, Free Party, Yana Yehuane. And that means, ye can't MPP Asema, a year MPP for na ye can't MPP Asema. The way you criticize you, for me, time or more opposition, so more years can. Sana and crop for me, years can criticize your more. Ye and chance and this criticize and crop for, and Sana ye better criticize your more. Ye better criticize the idea. So that who, as a NDC, you own your chance, and be criticizing, and be score political points. That's our aim. What is written is written. Musi is so, na muba from Captain Smart is 30 years, then I call you. Journalist Ben, and I'm 130. No to me, guy, you are 30. And now on one casa nebo honorable Japan Abasu. Missy COVID see what Ghana Abe. Name one politician and I say one Ghanaian billionaire or see what donating COVID equipment, sanitizer, any mask, Edima Ghana as a crew, Edima Hospital Yania, Kennedy. Kennedy or your president that and Debbie, or you're just an MP. But Nyama or donated in my hospitals, I don't have buy a hospital, yet me the Kuntia Yarian. Satan, Nini Abuchi has Satan. Me hear more pharmacy, answer no benya mask at all pharmacy. Me see Q microphone making answer no benya one mask, and they are sure really. But Papa wait to me crab mask from China, the Bagana, Ebechema, all the hospital, and my be soon voter region of flow. Ade, ma munye, ma ye bonia forsa. Ma ye bonia forsa. Ntokwa si wo north no. Not na for doors wo Ghana. Omu doors wo MPP mu ni NDC. Omu ni na omu anya wo tam omuhu ben ena di bitimi to emu back di koye ma omu so omundi ada e kom tisi omusu e wo nofo e Kennedy Japan ena di timi kobwa omu ada omu ntimi ye operation adum so e bohre omu akachi no e Kennedy Japan na di generator di koma omu se na be ya mbenya light ye di operate nipa and to fi said dia ye di last light e di operate na wanyan kwan no ni nyami o support Kennedy ana ofi said dia cancer treatment machine na koye won kofa no chenu dia ye di sa cancer treatment machine e di saving e won kofa no chenu se o ye say nyami shra wo ni nyami on protect Kennedy ana nya dia mu be ye no na be bok Kennedy for me onu dia wa ye ni legacy wa jade atu ho no e be bo ni hu ban ye mu bi because of ni lucrent ye be woman because nukra and never nya CV MPP and nothing na make catch ye MPP omo ye communicators na say ade no ye e abeka say ye bi abeka say ye bi nye say ye peta wa abanti ade no NDC for ye e na ya kodani ya no na ya can be to score a political point be dia Ghana bedroom Ghana for omo person tro no bi kan de wo betinya ye kan de ye betinya ye as a MPP and as a candidate metinya ye dia boa Ghana sa propaganda no eno na di ye opposition eno ti mu amoye NPP communicators no mu be kasa mu kan de ye betinya ye na de ya be ye na de ye betinya ye all right be say ye be transfer ya to NDC for so de me for sa de no because eno na di ye opposition. A word is enough for a wise. I mean, me that was sister one person. Me that's Yami Frau.
Yo, Mr. Medasi. If you dear Diakosu and Nepitri, a journey of 1,000 miles begins with a step, and also Sir Quine Wadaya Korea Bobuano. Yeah, Bubuna tot. And some of the baby were home. Inti ahana yede mosi kuya jina because every what do say one na hello
hello
yeah
abe me che obia o platform so me so ma fi mo pa abe yi na uchiram ne de ma ye new account ayi bibia say ya ne ntumi mfa
nti we ya no afrei
na onye makua ka so ma me say me yi me comment ne ade onye ma wo so a me che o papa why no a me te wasem no me chia me mane madofo ni me nuanom nyina me busuafo nyina o platform so me so ma fi mo papa ai abe me wa handsome no metie bia kama efiera me chia papa baby o bia ne Mr. Asante me chia o bia
ayo
abe ona bukan wo se ono wo bedi oman animu a oye campaign nsem o kai nyina me I have no doubt so on to me ye na bia ye no mudwa keke agrek nsem anu o keka agriculture ne ade chese ye nyina ye hu ne modern mo Ghana ho already into obetima ye lot am oman no ba me question ni say na kuma prayer wo ya wo de papa ma individuals bi kra wo Ghana ho a wo try say wo beboa wo man no ye nyina ye nim 37 military hospital ne na sefo sa cardiac center ya we bie wo ho ne na sefo nyina hospital no ye nyina ye nim adanse ye bebrebe wo top plant matamale general hospital a whole lot ye nyina ye nim I will cheer nipa be 7,000 for workers car. We know everything. My question is say, and now ye hu ye ya age Anthony General ye obe ready ye ya. Ya chi sa edubu ahin ya. One ne ye Kron no mabo Ghana and some papa na bobo so na ehu yie. As they see a chi wo mo ya wada no mo da so shema. Wo se wo ma grant wo mo be ba see wo mo ho ma out in short ma out still because bill no kra na conditions no kra na e dey ato wo so no see ya no mo hwehwe ni ma bi mu ansa na if possible and I say when it's critical na you any pe na bi on be granting bi amana ba out but sa be ma no edu buahin at the age of 44 years na you so 34 na wo mo diga na boni sa no o be ma ne dey say ya no o mo ma ne ma out say and someone na me matine the whole day me tietia chese emfuno me se metie sansem na my shock ba ko bi so enso wo GRA ho wono so ma freeze na access bi ene na account wono so another person Some na owure kasa emu no kra no there's another 8 people bi ase no one fight omudin no emma out say because see ya no omo hwehwe omo niema mu very soon odo omo nyina din beba out omo nyina ye becheche omo say obobo din na hwe on befa plans normal ye ne oso omo ye nti oni so ode din ba out say ono ankasa aka. My question is sene Canada Japan honorable Ken ye nyina ye nim na do ye ne na kuma pa ekita no sanka MPP fo yankasa anye mistake ankofa ba wo me ama na se honorable Ken eno omdin bedi party nanim enampa so sa time na Ghana fo nyina even NDC fo say Kennedy Japan de samo de ne ba ye beto ama na beto ama no sampa so omde ne ba na nke toma na se o president. My question is short the oral fo ya ye a se hwehwemu koso a ye guso a ye freeze bi ma asset a ye chichi bi anka honorable Ken will be able send nkro no ani nkrofo na omadi sa dream no kan de mahama no gusu yesese nka hona bo betumi aya na. This my question
ebe ekuya jina
me be so enti wogi nka hona media de me hu ni say anka obe try say ne obe bo ho ban ne aka no obe bo ho ban say anka wo mu ntumi enfulu around bio na mom de omadi no menye sure because anka nanado what the Rebecca Becca home together with Bawumia ire de nko bi because Kennedy hu na niman kan bu befu entina na do ne ire Bawumia ka ho Mr. Upon Bio no ma san akwa kokukuru kofo ex president kofo aka ho no mo nyina akọ Mr. President anim eye honorable Ken anim say Mr. President wo mo ye wa wo nkrofo wa wo nuanom ne esi awie ye pa ucho kotodwegu fom me ka bibia se hona bo nko ntumi empusu ni ti se no me na me ka kire mu
man ka sama no
difficult for hona bo keno ka be difficult for him se chop bi mu sa akọ masampa inform abobo mu din ekọ nanim se Mr. President ye ba bi hu na ne ekọ so se ni esa bia bugu party nanim ase na party ne begu se ni hona bo ba kọ da adwen hu akasa mpo me ma ne mfa me so ne yankasa magu MPP me think ka be difficult for him adwuma no so be chichista criminals we mu edu omogum etime ene ma dwen nyama bebre hu na me hu se di yankopon be ye bia ye de nyame beye bia ye wona bo mo giade ni free ni nsem de ma ba womia no a menya broken heart ofi ha no na yankopon ni ne wo ye se wono no kodi party ni maka ba wa misin ko be win over mahama ba ne ye hu ni sese no anka ye hu me de masem bia e plen ka ye hu ne hu tena anka ne aka no no be ka so obo ho ban sanka o mu ntumi entoa so luti en share no ko be stop wo mo ba sanka be chichi nkrofo agu mu pa ka wachia e nipa ba akumienu bi me na me ka kire mu na nko ma fo mu ho edi se tam na yankopon so mpene sa wo pese kro no nyina Ghana fo nsa kan ya de nyina wa ene video ya abrowana na ba so amu oyi kire yin ya na se wo mu ye school fo nkwala o so wo mu ye nipa ba yi wo mu na na musuo su yi abe enyamobo Ghana ye yes papa ye niam bibre wo ma nim ye nyina ye nim accident bebrebe akoso ye rules enye hwe hospitals schools hwe senye kromwa capital mu adane bola wonam ye kan sa ala dwokwan so won mo kwasa krache se gise wusi wo hwene ye hia sika pa se sika na nkrofo ye chiche wo mo na ye begige no ebetumi aye lot amagana na mibiza se ye wona bokan ne ba ya nka ne nkrofo awudifuo trimodinfo akrofo yi ko betumi tu sa na mo ya na. That's my question.
Yo.
Enti abe
yo
mede manu beti me de me hu se de nya me be bia yesi wa manama obaya anka anka na shada the same thing shada kura wa campaign de na okan wo so no de nya ne atwam ko na wo da na ni akohwe na mmum no obe move o man forward wo the same thing ko nchi obi antum. They say ye pe wo ma obi a obechichi sa nkrofo nyina guma gie sika nyina ma efizi assets nyina wo ma asset gie sika ma wo 34-year-old young lady 34 what me abo wukuna wono so 44 years hwe kro no amabo timodi monsa bo Ghana fo yes ye accounts mu 49 million no na mo judges almost 10 million patum na mo yi 39 million de kogu mo ankasa mo personal accounts mu adai ma ko 27 na wo oyarefa ho no mo no ba ko pebo no mo de to ho no se ba ko bo e na ko so sei times sa na o de to 200 something million no times 27 nipa ba ko properties anya no nko anso a whole lot adan bo ne ben antimede honorable na kuma pa ane na doye ne se ne otie no menyi ne se nko obetumi sa mpanyifo ambobo mu din kɔ nanim ene ne kokasa kokua mu a anko obetumi ato asa de no so wo kyeche wo no an nkrofo agum menye hye
ano ye wo wadwen
mema dwen na meka no sentra me se meme de
okay
meme de sa na medwen o ka se ora timi nko beti tim bisa se hwehwehwe ne emem
na okasa oba we are here become empenia now so no osi krom so ade obeye ode be chisa nkrofo na obeye eno abi na yewura ye nti ontimi mba mekasa nka
asama wona bokran so you here na wo ba wontie na sefui
ekuagina enchana asa welusu hope dodo ntam dodo ade ani
da bi me hwese ne papa ne tie na koma tie na wontumi abe me ka no kura kire wontumi na hu mobro ne ye too much wontumi o me sink wontumi na yire kura betu ne fosa wo de anya hwe wo mo no wa beka agama ne nka nya no mko pa ne chewa anyway I know they make me to me cry fam because now quite say our party nim enti se we lose cry na se nipa wanya no wo mo ye campaign want to me tena behind e was so helpful wo mo he did the right thing and the meti ase ba me catch you plain say oni sa akoma na nko be cheche wo no an nkrofo agum abe mama fa wonsi why nyame kan ye nyina ho
yo
that's so bye
bye Danny Mens
Uncle Abe, I stand on all previous protocols and I just want to proceed straight ahead. Number one, JCOP. That same mentality that some people are better than others, unfortunately, is still in the minds of people like JCOP. Just because somebody did not go to Oxford or Cambridge, right, doesn't mean that they are not educated and they are not elite. Granted, majority of NDC people went to Legon, University of Science and Technology, like local Ghana schools, does not make them inferior to the so-called acclaimed elitist party of the MPP. That aside, I don't just come to defend NDC. I'll give you a little background of myself. When I was on my debate team, I always the rebuttal person. So when people speak, I always come out to like give the other side, the other opinion. Like, are you looking at this side too? That's why it seems like you say that I'm always defending NDC. So if that is how you all see it, that's everybody's opinion. That's fine. But we have on record, just like Kwame Nkrumah persecuted some of his people, put them on jail and stuff like that. It is only President Mahama or NDC government that has ever done that. We heard of Rawlings slapping and beating his ministers because they did something wrong. This is a party that was built on probity, accountability, integrity, and all the BTTs. So for you today to sit back here and try to turn the table around that like MPP are more credible than NDC, the records are there. Bill Parcell once says, you are what your record says you are. We have a situation whereby there is a lot of always people accusing and saying without tangible facts to substantiate it. It's also about they say, but that's why I brought in that they say reference, and it's always like it comes from one side. You know, we know Mahama time is past time that people that were associated with the party or his government, he allowed them to be tried by the due process. You know, so do we have such comparison other than Abuga Pele, who was set up under Kufuor administration? He was set up. We all know that. I mean, not Abuga Pele. Malam Issa, who was set up.
Yeah, Malam Issa.
Who was set up has been proven today. Who has ever been tried or been put into the due process of being accused of any crime under any MPP regime? So let them just don't come here and speak like everybody is not well informed. You see, we always. All I'm saying is, we all love Ken. I love Ken. If you whether you like it or not, you can take it with a pinch of salt, however you want it. But the people that are surrounding the party, credibility matters. Are you going to tell me that Honorable Ken didn't know about all this rot going on, all these things coming out, and he still went and stood on the platform and asked us Ghanaians to vote for the MPP? You see what I'm saying? Credibility matters. That is why you have, if you are dying for, if you are fighting a cause, you have to be prepared to die for that cause. If you want to be genuine, disassociate yourself from the people who are disingenuous. That's the only. I love Ken. I love his enthusiasm. I love his ideas. But I still have that problem. Like Mama Georgina just said, what would have Ken done to these people? Because he forgave them after all that they did to him, and when they stood on the platform to campaign for them. What would he have done if he has become the president? Would he be exposing and doing all these things that is going on now? So sometimes let's speak fast. It's unfortunate that we try to.
No, but Danny, Mens.
Yes, sir.
That argument is also arguable. We all know that in Ghana, it is a tall order for a third force to rise up to beat MPP NDC.
Okay.
Two parties that have built and established themselves. You are part of them and things are not moving on well. For you to go out and set yourself up that you are building your own self and come and clear these two parties away, it's not, easy deal. And Ken feels like no matter what, I will be in the party, because when he get a chance, his measures that he will put in place, like when Mahama came, if you listen to me clearly, Mahama, no matter what, was never 100%. He was never perfect. There were other question marks raised on him, but when he got the chance again, he said, this is not as business as usual, and this and that we are going to do. So if you are following Mahama and you do not listen to him, he will kick you off. He will set an example to the people. So Kennedy cannot just say the fact that the people are doing this, I should just leave the party and go and sit aside, when he believes that he can also be part of them and get the nod to lead and clear the mess up. You might not understand him, but any person, everybody will just sit back and just explain, or to his or her understanding, just give interpretation to what Kennedy did. It is not easy. So he's fighting because he's a founding member. It is not just easy, bro. So if you don't understand, it is when you go closer to me and talk to him, then you will understand why he did that. The fact that the people were corrupt, they were this, and he is part of the team, then you should leave the party for them. Once he knows that when he get the chance to lead, he can make difference by changing certain things that are making the people corrupt. Do you understand? So if you just,
my time from you.
No, I'm not. If you just judge that if Kennedy had gotten the opportunity because he joined the party, he couldn't have done it. It doesn't make it.
Yeah, but right now you are taking my time from me. You should.
I'll add up to you. I'll add up to you. Just I'll add up. So just talk. Yeah.
Yeah, so I mean, I understand what you are saying. So somebody from that perspective will also come and say that, okay, I'm going to ride on the back of the bad people to become, somebody, and then after that, I'll turn my back on them. Do you think the bad people will allow you after you've ridden on their back to get there, and then you're going to show them?
Oh, bro.
I'm not asking. Somebody may ask, Yeah, but aside from that, I don't even want to. My issue is not even with Ken. I don't have no issue with Ken's platform or anything. My issue is with the party MPP. So you notice that whenever I talk about Ken, I'm always suggesting things that Ken can do to improve his chances. I'm never fighting against Ken. I will never do that. I only ask the questions that are hard to ask by die-hard supporters. I only ask those questions because in the future it's going to come up. You see, those are some of the things that will come up. Those are some of the questions that will be asked. So sometimes when I come in, that's what I do. But I have nothing against Ken. You see, Sembo, I want to meet Bisa Papa no Mami. So as an admirer, I do ask those questions because they will be asked and they will be needed to be answered at some point in time. See, that's why I bring such issue up. But for everybody to think that I only defending NDC is because the things that are being said is a lot of hearsay, which has been the modus operandi of the MPP. They always create falsehood, and then people believe it to be true. Like how many people until most recently wouldn't believe that Mahama had a house in Dubai? So these are the things. They say a lot of things without substantial facts to back it. That is why I ask that, if we have any one thing or two things that we know criminally that Abuakwa, whatever his name is, has committed, we don't have to be in power before we can charge him. Right now, they say that they've opened it for all, that we can. The MPPC, Mahama said, so if we know anything credible, whilst they are in power right now, we can bring it out. The means is there, and let's chastise them and get them out while they are there. We shouldn't wait till they leave. That's what I'm saying. Let's be material about the things that we talk. It's too much of the they say, it's too much, and that's where we are today. The same they say is what overthrew Nkrumah. Because people believe in that they say. They say Kankanyami, and nobody saw Kankanyami, but it was made to be a factual thing. We turn speculations into facts. So it's not like I'm just there defending MPP, NDC. I always come to say the other side of what people are not saying. Can you look at it this way too? Can you look at it that way too? That's all I'm here for. Because there are people like I mentioned, Nyaho Tamakruz. They have credibility. This is the time Honorable should be, getting near those people that everybody know they have credibility, to start building. Don't let's wait till we get to power and then start planning. The time is too short. To be successful, he has to use this time to be building credible things that should he get a chance, he's going to perform. Don't wait till you get there. Build the foundations, do all these things. That is all I'm asking for. That's all I'm asking for.
Okay.
All right. That's
all right.
I'm asking for. I don't hate any the hate even is a word is a too strong of a word to use. I don't dislike Honorable. I admire his passion. But everybody has flaws and weaknesses. Sometimes it's better to expose it before you get into the contest. It's better to expose it before you get into the contest because you'll be able to resolve that
and then your path is clear for you. But the NPP as a party, we don't know. If you can bear with it, they've been built on lies and falsehood, and that needs to change. I mean, look at the fire that happened in Kumasi just recently. Look at the utterances of some people. Are we that naive? Are we that naive that fire broke down and then you blaming the president and all that stuff and talking about trials? What kind of thinking mindset is this? How are we going to develop as a country that we only think that some group of people should be the only people who should lead Ghana and they are the only people who have the brilliance to develop our country? It's not right. It's not right. Sorry for speaking too long today.
No, you're good. You're okay.
I'm at work, so let me get off the phone.
You're good. You're good. You're good. Thank you.
I'll continue listening.
All right. Yo, thank you. Eya kakari madwe.
Be mejoso.
Mpomu ya de.
Metia bebre Erade adom.
Ya je so pa.
So de betro ni. Na ye nsada. Yetia etiefo. Etia ay Mama Georgina ne Mama Babs. Ene efiwura ene edine ya na entanke kamenum bebre. So you see the Americans etia etiefo. Etia Danny Mens said your casa is here no sana ndin boy. Danny Mens me boy.
Yeah, Danny Mens.
Etia ono nso. Na metie na Kakraba, I just want to ask a question. Sir Rollins, our day probity and accountability. The party NDC, can Danny tell me when? Anna Womo, Anna Womo Ankasa Womo slogan of probity and accountability. Has we ever witnessed that? Say ye bua konta did Rollins, with all the rhetorics and all the actions and everything that he did against the citizen of Ghana and against the land of Ghana, did he render any account, and to whom? Did the party, apart from Rollins, did the party ever ask Ghanaians that we are coming to give you accounts of our stewardship since 1992, since 1981, the P/NDC? You see, in politics, sometimes I don't want to use the word sensationalism and ignorance, but sometimes you are not a deity. Some of us were in school when Rollins came, and we knew what we went through. We knew how support we gave him, and we knew what he told us, and nothing was done. And yet, joke. Men defend the NPP. But lies in politics. Why a damn party in a buy on Becatre say, so who tuntuma kase fita, now who a fita so kase tuntum a damn party. I just want to know, say, Kufuor, Nemba and Tafona on the Giselle, your friend, I'm saying, is it Giselle or Gisela? Yari so say then the Iraqi woman now over Florida or Juma were consulate. I'm so phone and I won't have for me, Where are the children? And also a MPP for Nakaya. Is it not the same NDC people that concocted that lies? Sasi kana no almost say a MPP, a politicians or Safuma for Nekufu money a day could be in a war. Dubai, accounts, mobile power, the first, was it true? You see, politics, let us not throw dust. And I hated some because the crop of politicians we have at the helm of MPP right now, no. Omo nyako no. Oh, omo nyako no nti wo ka bibi kra na you are saying it with pain. But no cry a woman say NDC, if they are credible party, we wouldn't have been going through this problem that we are going through right now. Since 1981, if NDC really was a party that has ideas and they are the ones that love this country, the country Ghana, then I believe that Kasamre ke roads ke schools ke at least some things electricity and at least we are improving on our unemployment. They be empower a private sector and so many things. I had the same peace stroke NDC and Chroma factories are obeying now one more Toma, one more cronies and one more. Are they not the same party? Oh, my no serial. Because of Nana Kufuado, Nene incompetence out there, be the NDC, MPP anymore, and na emuatetia ama womu ananka womu or mine who draw mo person womu ye bibi, ate aquetre na sabe womu dreno and yet a na bedi anymore, no nama ye sofa. Nanka there's no way in hell I can NDC de womu beba. And na yama NDC for abeye heroes. How can Atayi become a hero? Atayi can never become a hero. Oh, we want the country to be in the right direction, and if Mahama is going to do it,
that Atayi can become a hero.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Say, yeah, well, book be a trainer from grass to grace, from zero to hero. There are people who have done worse in life, but when they got change of mind, heart, attitude, God helped them and brought them back to themselves, and they made positive changes. And for that matter, you can become a hero no matter what sin you have committed. Because
religion.
No, but you can't call religion, but nipa to miss Obia wabeye kromfo waji dimpa betimi abaye nsakra ya ye nneoma ebaburu nipa adwen ne ntias enya kromfo yi ni ena na wetimi aye saade wei ye mfa nko religion wo de ma ye mfa nko religion into ka say how can Atayi become a hero? Atayi can come from a prison and put Nyamesum aside.
I'm talking Atayi as a politician, not Atayi as a human that can change. I'm talking Atayi as a politician. Oh, so what share? So you need a ampara. And there are a lot of people in NDC. There are a lot of people in there. There are a lot of people with experience and brains that can do the job. And to one more parliament, I did double salary. You can't want some political will anyway. Woman else will move to say fight corruption. What is the credibility? One more compare will be Amanabe yeah. Na okoyi minister ni ebusa ne se ne sector no kra no explain kra wontime we ye de piaka enipa ye ni abrese ye oman no anka mode eyi na mode buy ne hu se we more these are the new people, let us see the character in them. Na womo aba no womo enforce the laws and womo go after because womo hu ni fi. But the nipa you or more yes, I know my way in our movie. What my new maybe a basa ye who or paying to where is the will to fight this? They are all friends anyway. Oh, On the Kennedy side, yede say a man for us wakwa koye your friend is saying wakwa koye campaign into yenti bida na yebuafu no. Listen, your politics so obia what na krom ha acha wedi politics bia no. In politics, no, won't look for enemies, so because the same people are going to vote for you. Yeah, thing say, as I said, now we are say just like the way we are, and why you say say no. Reagan, your friend is saying, Papa, George H.W. Bush. At the end, some now, one can, that's material Reagan, chronic economic, a friend, a voodoo politics, but Papa Krabufuye. Oh, they call some of the campaigns that come have for mobile. Why na kai Marco Rubio ne Trump on in 2015, and the things that were said. Oh, there are so many nasty things that is said over here, but once they finish, they go. They make campaigns for themselves. Sometimes, Wamuba Mukrana, they Barack Obama and Hillary. I didn't answer Okruma. To the point to say, Bill Kojina, North Carolina, crack could make a statement to be, I'm at the whole blacks in the buffet because there were a lot of racial undertones. They said they're not Trump in it. But in the end, Barack gave her, was part of his, your friend's cabinet as your friend is saying, Secretary of State. And also, the fact is, in fact, we were disappointed, and I'm still disappointed because we believe in the current crop of MP before our war. And if they will lose 30 times, I like it. I don't, and then I'm in my contact, and he's a strong. I told him, as I say, the current MPP leadership now. So you son and now a yene or da couldn't when you I didn't free one funny papa and mama sister one man. I care less about MPP. We don't care. Wow. But Sir Kennedy, a coach now on the can't say that Kennedy has criticized his own party for all this while. Politician Ben Ghana with me, yes, sir. And then the same party now could defend it, and then the same party are rejoicing because Wababa say. That is politics for you. But that does not mean that one a year. And no cradianka Okotina for flag bearership. I don't think it's a and bit me. The Kakrana a penasem now, but it was a very good move. Or yes, or no mobile campaign. And let us understand the game that they are, the game of politics. Because one more year, one more year worse. One more year, they will go. Not that they like the person, no. But the game no sanity. It's now also the bar. A party no one bit with it. That's it. Jabe.
Yo.
About a religion, would I am at you find no bit me abe. No moment as a politician. Pa, wo di dominim so massacre. Oh, yeah, major the bois.
All right, me that's it. Thank you. Yo, Ebusia ahana yedemu esi mama menso menkoda kakra na yame adoma na pa metimi asanyaba yame nhira mu ina Abenadi said this is why I like the party MPP. They criticize their own party whether good or bad. They don't sugarcoat anything. Collins Asante say later Marco. Not Danaman say but for Atamils been Asam Gwel Hani Asam Jehin Atamils been Asam Jehin Kufuor's administration would have been dirtier than Akufo-Addo. The drugs alone. Kennedy will never die, despite all evils against him. Ghana first. Will you have as a cheddar for president? Thank you very much. It was your for my phone. What about late? Intimate. Yami Abduma Wachina. Yami Shabuna. Bye bye.